Welcome, everybody,
Yes.
to Dungeons and Dragons. So we're missing a couple people tonight. That's okay. I have their character sheets, so I will.
One session, you scared him away.
That's all it took, really.
Jeez.
That's how fast it goes.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully we get one viewer today.
when last we left our heroes, Michelson, would you like to fill us in?
He just skipped right past me on the end.
Actually,
That's okay. That's a good choice.
Actually,
Had you do it?
I talk-
two sessions.
actually,
I talk way
he's
too-
Martha.
Martha.
At the table, Martha, please.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Come on, DM.
Martha. I'm sorry. Martha,
So
please.
we're running a small business in where was it again?
Ithon.
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 Yeah, Ithon. And then we gathered together. We're about to go to the neighboring city to acquire ingredient for one to cut down on one of the production of one of our illicit goods.
Just goods.
Yep,
You don't have
goods.
to illicit's irrelevant.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Like,
Goods.
shortens the
Goods,
time
goods.
of yeast
Yeah,
activating.
yeah. Or just
Be
replaces
anything.
some components. Replaces
Yeah.
some components. So
Basically cutting it with baby powder.
yep, and
What was the name of that city?
Whaminster.
Whaminster. I knew that.
Whaminster Stronghold.
where's my map? I left the map.
Oh,
You know your map?
Benji knows that. We
That's okay.
we don't have enough maps
Technically,
to go around.
your characters don't have a map, so that's
Oh, I
fine.
do. My map's right.
Out of
Yeah,
convenience.
my
and
character
out of-
would.
Yeah.
The what?
Wouldn't my character? No. Oh, yeah,
no,
we discussed
not
that.
Yet, no.
And you're like, no, that's not happening. And I'm
So
like,
our maps, I would imagine maps are pretty rare, right?
Right.
unless
would
you
need
make them
to-
yourself.
Right, like so. Kings,
Super accurate.
Yeah.
City planners.
Yep.
Government officials. Those are the majority of people who will need maps for what they do, and it's not a skill that everybody has. So to meet a map maker is not rare. It's just not something that everybody's looking for because the majority of people spend their lives
In the same area.
In the same area,
Like my
in
hometown.
the same 2 or 3 towns. Just because it's
Like 10 or 15 wheels, miles, whatever you want to call it.
right. Hexagon. So we have we have Whaminster Stronghold, where one Thramin True Silver, what was his name? Silver.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
If you don't know,
Thramin
we're
True
in
Silver.
trouble.
Yep.
Yes.
I can even spell it for you if you want.
Yeah, true
Thramin
silver.
True Silver. I have it right here. Yeah, he has he is said to have platinum bracelets
Yeah.
on. That is something that you should know when you're going to look for him. So. In the last time that we left off, your characters were purchasing some items from Eldrick, the local
Purchasing.
Buffoon.
artisan
Yeah.
who collects rarities and oddities and sells them. So,
Is he known for being a poor businessman?
he's not really known. Which
Oh,
was so
Yet.
fortunate.
Yet.
Because we have
We're
Eldrick's
sponsored.
eclairs that will be coming out sometime in the near future through several bakeries and food carts.
And also Steve's character is plugging him, right? Everywhere we go.
Hey,
There's
whoa.
the-
Oh,
well,
so,
like,
sorry, phrasing. I meant his
Word
business.
choice.
telling
I meant
people
his
about-
business,
about-
right?
Advertising.
Advertising.
Marketing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those are better words.
Those are words that adults use in regular conversation.
Yeah,
Kind of like popcorn
Popcorn.
you're right.
is a word.
It is a word that my son needs to learn.
Yeah.
So Benjen obtained a Staff of the Python on loan
Yes.
to go off on adventures and to bring it back to have these stories for Eldrick to be able to share, which really will just increase the value. Everybody wins in that exchange.
Small
Not
problem.
really. It's a walking stick no one can use.
Yeah,
So-
small problem.
Right.
Yeah.
The small problem is that only a warlock, a cleric, and a druid can use it.
No,
We
you can
don't-
attune.
Can attune
Can
to
help
it.
me attune to it. Yes.
You can hit people with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And anyone
Currently, it's just at risk for getting lost
It's a quarterstaff.
or stolen.
It's a fancy looking quarterstaff.
Indeed, it
Yep.
has a little snake on the head of the snake head on the top of the staff, and has a silver inlay within the wood. So, with that in mind, what would your characters like to do at this point?
My character is waiting with Martha outside of the store for this whole time. So
Yeah, three of
We
us,
just
I assume, come up with
continue to
cheesy
wait.
grins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Check this stuff out. We don't know how to use.
The vendor just finished paying for the potions, 2 regular healing potions and 1 greater healing potion. And Riven was asking about things and then got disinterested.
And the group has a healing potion. Right.
Yes. Yes.
wait, one?
And then
That's all we ended up with.
Yeah.
It was from the guild,
That
right?
was the Allen Arrow
So-
add on
Oh,
in
okay.
supply to
And-
give.
and then I know before we were about to leave, they were cracking down on some vendors.
They were,
So-
it was
some
just people in
associate-
the
Oh, yeah,
Allen
Yeah, some associate-
shady
That's
characters.
right. The local law enforcement
Right.
was doing some type of a bust, and there were several arrests over the previous
profiling.
And there may or may not have been profiling. We don't know who the people who were
It was a drow.
taken.
But
So
which
yeah,
is weird because
They were all elves, though. Just gonna say.
So then you are scheduled a window in the next hour to leave the city where there will not be guards at the southern gate.
So in a situation like that, does Nails the
contact.
No,
the contact inside the government? Does
Yeah.
she get people out? Like, how does that work?
Because I know
She arranged for the guards not to be at their post for a longer
I thought that was
amount
at
of time.
No, to get out the people.
I
Who
thought that
are,
was at she was setting up for the Whaminster
when people
Stronghold.
get arrested or whatever. How does that work?
She did both.
Oh,
Oh, she did both.
Okay.
how does she help with that situation?
Uh huh.
So if she is tied to any of the people who have been arrested, then she will try to do some bureaucratic, jargon.
Lose the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah.
And get people off on minor offenses or.
So she just pays people off and does.
She's a
shady
crooked
things.
lawyer.
She
Yeah.
is
Johnny Cochran, female version.
a very crooked lawyer, so she is willing to do that for you. And you're not even sure if the people who were arrested last night belong to the Allen Arrow.
Oh, okay.
As far as you know, you're pretty sure that they are not.
The
She's our Sal.
Does somebody know what Nails favored substance of choices?
Oh, so she
Reaper.
Or does she
does,
keep it
prefer
Reaper?
yes.
Dark heroin.
Yeah, she had some like around her nose.
It's
When
not.
you-
Because her
it's
nose
not
is
that.
constantly
She's like,
bleeding.
No,
So you put it in, like, you diffuse it. You diffuse it.
yeah,
That's how you. That's
yeah.
how you do that.
we went through his Reaper
Okay.
is the one you burn.
I need to write that down.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. So Reaper is equivalent to heroin.
No,
No.
It's a liquid that you put in like a diffuser, and then it makes it.
Yeah,
steam,
you
and
put it on
breathe it
a
in.
spoon and then
They
inhale
No,
it.
you
Oh.
shoot. Don't.
No, you can inhale it too.
That's
well,
very-
So.
Hey, anyway,
I
I'm not
I'm just
educating the
throwing that out
people.
there. I
I'm not.
don't know.
Yeah, I hope I didn't educate people online about that. Ixnay.
I wouldn't know. I don't even drink coffee, so let's just
PB.
sideline it. TV
Okay.
says
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all different, so I'm just gonna go with the TV.
Or we can ask the chat.
I would rather not. So the there's 1 hour remaining before your window of opportunity is gone.
What else could we do? What else?
What would your character like to do?
No, we leave.
Yeah, we have to
Oh,
get ready
or
to
we
leave.
can't leave for another hour.
No, you can't.
No,
You
no,
put
that's
that left
the window.
An hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
leave.
We
Right?
know you had some shopping to do.
I don't know. Your choice. Whatever you want to
I
do,
think
Martha.
I think we're ready. I think
Martha
we're ready to
Ray.
go. I think we're ready to go because y'all did your shopping for the
Yep.
last hour. So
Got our nails did.
yeah, the wagon's ready. I've been ready like 50
Triple
minutes
check the
ago.
wagon,
Yeah.
but you
Like checks the air and the wooden wheels.
The
Ready
wheels-
to go.
check the brakes.
Yeah.
All right, we're
So
good.
The
you
horse are
embark off to the south of Ithon, taking the only traveled road that leads over towards Whaminster Stronghold. There will be a split off, probably 8 miles out, that actually heads off towards the jungle more in that area to a further place off on the other side of the border. And while you are traveling, the day is exceptionally hot. It's a very humid atmosphere, and the rains have not started coming in. Normally that happens around 1 in the afternoon and then continues on to about 5. And then because you live in a rainforest area, that's something you're familiar with occurring. So the road is completely abandoned. There's not really anybody who's traveling on it. And it's immediately outside the gates of the city. You see that the lands are not being they're not really maintained. They're just kind of kept down low enough so that if an invading force was coming, then you can see them in the low grass. That extends out for probably 3 miles or so, and then after that, the wild growth of the forest and the jungle kind of takes over in the area. So heading off in that direction, we're going to be traveling towards Whaminster Stronghold. You need one person to roll 2 d10s. S'il vous plaît.
Okay. I guess you.
79.
Okay, so during your travels,
Should roll the Russian
Thanks,
die.
Steve.
I can't read those.
Thanks, Steve.
It's high. You always want to roll high.
Until
That's
you
not
want
true.
Yes, it
It's
is.
random.
Every
It's all random.
D20 system, you want to roll high.
Okay.
until you want to roll low.
Until you wanna roll low.
Until you roll too high.
Yeah.
There is
during your travels, it's an uneventful morning. It gets into where it's about noontime. You stop, water the horses a little, and you all take some food for lunch. And when you
But do we have time to cook? Because I could help cook.
Oh, chef
I
right
mean,
here.
you can go as
The
fast or
pastries
slow.
are going to go bad in an hour, according to Benji, because
Right.
he hates us. I mean, because of the weather. Sorry. I don't know who Benji is.
I got some rations on me, so.
Well, we can eat good for a little
So
bit.
you don't want to eat his food? You're like,
Yeah,
oh, I got some.
seriously.
I got some.
Yeah, like
I
if
got
you
some
dare put
2-month-old
salt in
rat.
anything I make, I'm gonna be ticked.
We got some ketchup for that?
Let's see.
I got these MREs. I got the,
It doesn't say.
Omelet. The omelet one.
It doesn't say. Well, it'd be silly to do that. Actually, trail mix it is.
Trail mix it. Okay, all right.
We'll just keep moving forward. Everybody's excited.
it's the first day.
If we don't-
I ate breakfast, so
Yeah.
the hour we're
Stop
waiting.
We're afraid
regular
she'll
amounts
leave us
and
if-
not going to go overboard on the
Yep.
meals. Just a bunch of traveling bakers, as far as people are concerned. We are about
Did we leave with
4
one or 2
circuses.
wagons though?
Huh?
Did we leave with 1 or 2
I thought it
wagons?
was
We were
just
talking
one
about
wagon.
one wagon.
Yeah, because it would be
2
supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, 2. I have my own.
Your own wagon?
My own horse.
Oh,
The wagon has 2 horses.
The wagon is pulled by 2 horses.
yeah. The rest of us can ride.
Yeah,
it.
you guys are either in the wagon or.
Riven is
walking.
flying under carpet.
Oh yeah.
We established we're all very poor last session, so that's
No,
fine.
except the 2.
As if the
Oh,
very
yeah, the two-
active
the two
walking
OGs.
was beneath her.
She's gonna get mugged
Oh,
one day
also,
riding that thing around.
I want to take this opportunity to tell the group that, so Amir,
This is ours.
as
Oh,
we're
you have more
going,
than that.
says,
Oh, that's
hey, I just want to let you guys know, I apologize for misleading you, but my name's not Arcturus. I used that alias when.
Before it was trademarked.
Okay, right. Make sure I say that in the camera.
Yeah.
TM,
So, I use it when I'm in or around human cities. In my experience, humans are very untrustworthy, and I think it's
Why are
due to
what are
their-
you so untrustworthy of you for? Why are they untrustworthy? You just use a different name.
I think
just
it's
because?
due to their short lifespans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
an elf?
Yeah.
What else?
That's fair.
I've been around a little while,
Yeah.
and I haven't met that many good humans. So, just throwing that out
Pretty
there.
rare, actually, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Speaking as a human.
Yeah.
Martha Ray, would
Yeah.
you agree?
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah, that makes me feel a
So
little
what
bit better.
is your real name?
Amir.
Amir. Okay.
Yes.
And where are you from?
I am from.
Oh, he's gonna tell us.
Well,
He's gonna
well,
really
tell
tell
them
us where he's from.
Where are you going to?
Sure, I'll tell them.
Alright, you're from the Sunless Jungle.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got the notes.
Sunless
Which side of the line does that fall on? Character knowledge.
It's
It's on the rebel side, free folk side.
Free? Ooh. So what are we gonna be walking into? I mean, I fought against the free folk. It was 15 years ago, right?
Yes.
Oh, you fought against them?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't choose. I was on the west side when I was.
Oh, right.
It's not like I crossed the border and joined up. I got drafted.
I could tell you guys if we venture through jungles, they're very dangerous and we should avoid them.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's lizard.
Like
Coming out.
the wagon break. Like we're in a jungle, man.
So it's not heavy,
Technically,
like,
we're
Yeah,
like
well,
if you're in
on
the
like
jungle,
on
you
the
have to like
outside.
bushwhack through it.
Oh
and
yeah.
That's
you're
what
on
I'm
a
talking
road
about.
Oh,
That happens to be
Like,
wagon break off.
yeah.
Me and Martha were like, and forward.
Okay. It's only been 3 hours. I'm
Yeah.
already rethinking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could
Yeah.
turn back.
No, because we know because the city gets attacked by the jungle folk
Regularly?
Right,
Yeah, regularly. The
like
lizards.
giant snake
Yeah.
people, lizard folk.
Oh,
did
yeah.
not know that.
Super
Yeah.
dangerous.
So that's why we're.
Everyone joins up in
Even more reason to move.
Even more reason.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, this next.
Man, that's
expansion-
crazy. What brought you all the way down? That's a long way away.
Yeah, the next.
That's a
expansion
month's travel.
right next to.
Shit.
Yeah, I've actually been traveling for the better part of a century now,
Oh wow.
trying to get my
A
bearings.
long
on
in the
the-
tooth.
Jeez,
Yeah.
older than me.
How long have you been an assassin?
That's that's
What?
What? How did you know that? Someone spilled
Well,
beans.
hey, look. I mean, obviously, like our contacts. Somehow we found out you were part of the Grinning Blade,
Yeah, the
right?
Green Blade.
Yes.
Let's see my notes.
Yeah, Green Blade.
I don't have where we found that out, but
From.
Brahmin told you.
Yeah,
Oh.
Brahmin.
I've only been
Our contact.
I've only been with them since the end of the war.
Balnor.
Balnor, yeah.
Brahmin?
Yep. For how long?
About since the end of the war.
So does
15
that-
years or so.
Does the Grinning Blade cross borders? Like they're
Yeah,
on the
we're
east ends?
everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well,
We're actually not supposed
Note
to
to
even be
self.
talking about.
yeah.
I feel like you guys are honorable people and
You shouldn't. But
Yes, yes, we are.
It's good.
Yes.
Says your character's super sketched out.
I know, right? She has neck tattoos.
Yeah, I know.
Tattoos.
She's got forehead tattoos. All right, so what? Okay, we go forward. Yep, that's good to know, man. That's an awkward conversation. Glad we had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Martha, would you roll a d10 for me really quickly?
We're gonna
Yeah.
say something else.
So if you guys ever, you guys should never feel
Nate, okay.
threatened or any sort of like I'll neutralize any threats for you guys. That's why I'm here.
That's good to hear.
Cool.
So, while you are taking your quick break and talking, there
Oh, it's not a break. It's walk. It's
You know,
as
you
we're
don't
going.
stop for eating.
okay.
I think we're going through because we're Her and I are on the wagon.
Got it. Okay, so
okay.
heading off, continuing on your way, you see in the distance a very small shape walking in the same direction as you on the road going towards Whaminster Stronghold.
How far away? Oh, you see it. I'm sorry.
Same.
Yeah, so probably
Can I roll to see if I notice it or no?
maybe 100 yards off in the distance.
Did he look?
And because of the way that the road is in the growth, the trees kind of block everything beyond that. So you're coming up to a bend of the road where it's now like straightening out, and you can see off into the distance, and there's just a small figure walking off in the same direction as you.
Oh, that doesn't look weird at all. It's just probably going to the same city. It's just let the group know.
I hate the way you play your characters.
It's it's how it's supposed to happen.
Okay, is this a Martha Ray only
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, Martha Ray.
Yes, she has
Okay.
this
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, I let the party know, like, yeah, there's an individual up front, but doesn't.
Okay. How far away?
about 300 yards.
Okay. What does it look like?
So it's a sunny day, and the growth of the trees cast a lot of shadows on the road. But it looks like a child-sized person walking off into the south. And now that you are continuing on, the sound of your horses moving and
Wagon.
yeah, the wagon and everything has caught the attention of this person, and they turn around really quick and stop on the road and kind of just fold their arms and wait there. And as you come closer, you recognize this is clearly a dwarven person who is standing off down the road.
Can you describe him a little bit better?
The dwarf has dark colored hair from where you are, and is wearing very flowy, robe-like clothes, and they appear to be kind of tattered, like they're well traveled. So,
Okay.
the character is waiting for you to arrive. Do you want to stop? How do you want to approach this?
Yeah, I stop.
You're on a horse?
I would actually like to be traveling like a little bit ahead of the wagon on my horse, and just like stop and like try and wave to them
Why don't you go ahead then? Yeah.
All right.
Oh, to go see who it is?
That's what you were trying to do, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I go.
How far away do you want the wagon to stop?
Yeah. How far are you guys? How far are we from that person? And then.
Probably 200 yards then.
Oh
Yeah,
dang, that's
probably
a ways.
20 yards.
Just
I
go
don't know.
closer. Why?
Yeah, they could be like, I don't know, 40 yards back or 30 yards back, something like that.
Alright, so you continue off, you're 40 yards ahead, and 120 feet. The wagon itself is just trailing you. Behind you, you approach at a normal pace, and when you get within more visual range and are able to see a little bit more details, you notice that the dwarf has a bird's nest on her head, and it is a female dwarf, and she is clean shaven and has various wooden trinkets that are adorning her, just kind of like necklaces and bracelets.
Oh, interesting.
Her hair it looks like it's been really dirty and unwashed, and it's kind of in a dreadlock state where it's
Just
like
one dread.
So similar to the homeboy in Lord of the Rings.
it's kind of like Radagast, yes, but dwarf size and without a beard, and a female.
So nothing like it.
So
Besides the nest and
it has a bird. She has a bird's nest on her head, and she is sitting there waiting for you.
So I stop the horse and I'm like, "Ho there! What are you doing here? Or what is your business on the road?"
What's your
She's gonna
charisma?
be dead before we get
What's
there.
your charisma?
Where are you?
10.
Where are you off to then? It's not every day that this road has the travelers going south.
We're not there, man. Don't look at us.
Okay, so yeah, that's my business. I asked you what you're doing here.
I like traveling on this road. I live off in the woods in the area.
Oh, okay. Would you happen to know a shortcut to the nearest city of Vola?
Well, the nearest city is north, where you came from.
No, I said Vola.
Whaminster.
Whaminster.
Oh, Whaminster. No, I didn't speak the snake tongues. So I apologize. I don't know where they live. But if you're heading off to Whaminster, this road doesn't take you there. Although it does go a little roundabout, you could cut through the jungle.
You know the way to cut through?
I might know a way.
How much time would that save?
What do you got on your horse there? What kind of bit is that in its mouth?
Metal.
I don't know. You can take a look.
Looks like you got a snuff bit in there. You can't be giving a horse a snuff bit. Otherwise, if it spooks, it might throw you.
Do you have another one?
You just take it off lad, and let the horse lead you the way.
I
He's gonna
am.
come back just naked. What
Yeah,
happened, dude? I don't know. It's a really good idea. She had tons of good ideas.
This horse is actually a loner, so I don't.
Paid a
Well,
huge
of course
deposit.
it's a loner. You're taking it off away from the bird.
No, right? No, it's on loan.
It's a loan from the rest of its herd. You gotta let it off into the wild, lad. Them horses, they can't be in captivity. They're meant to run free, lad.
Just 1 second. I wave him over.
Hey, it says it's safe. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
The wagon approaches.
Yeah. What does he do when or she? Did you get her name?
No.
Of course not. What does she do when Riven approaches?
She's Riven's on the wagon, correct?
Riven
No, she's on a flying.
carpet.
She's a tiefling on a flying carpet.
She is a tiefling on a flying
And we've
carpet.
all told her not to do that.
Yes.
Riven.
Yes. Yes. Told her, hey, you might want to
So
travel
we'll say for the
incognito.
intent of this, Riven hasn't really been paying attention. She's been flying behind the wagon, kind of like on autopilot, like, okay, just
Mhm.
follow this wagon. And she's just,
Sure.
Reading.
sure, she's got something to entertain her. Some chapbook, possibly a romance novel,
Yeah.
or a book on how to swindle rich travelers out
Sounds
of
more
their
like
money.
Riven.
And written, it's an autobiography
Yeah.
by her. As soon as she pulls out from the side, the woman's eyes go wide. Oh, what do you have there, lad? Is this some kind of magic? Are you heading down with magic then?
This is Riven.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Cue Martha.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah. So.
Put that charisma to use,
What's the
girl.
name?
Oh, so I didn't get your name.
Yeah, oh yeah, let's start there.
Yeah.
Who, what, when, where, why, guys. Good job.
You can call me Messa.
Messa. Well,
Can you call
apparently.
you Mess for short, or just always Messa?
Well, always a mess, always a Messa.
It's good to
Yeah,
see you have a good sense
okay,
of humor
so-
about it. That's good. So,
So Messa lives in these nearby
Yeah,
woods.
yeah. So do you live around here?
Forest.
That I do.
So do you travel the road a lot? It seems somebody like you might be more inclined to travel off the beaten path than on it.
I dabble in the area, yeah.
So is this a cobbled road or no?
No, it is a.
That would be really
road.
convenient with the
worn
mud.
dirt road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dirt road.
Any kind of what kind of
Yeah.
pulse do we get or
Okay,
feeling
okay.
do we get from her? Can we make
Yeah,
an
yeah,
insight
yeah.
check?
Yeah,
or-
so make an insight
Yeah,
check.
that's what I was about to do too.
Oh, let's let you do that.
No,
You can do insight
No,
to
let me
see
do that.
Oh,
her
yeah, that's fine.
disposition towards you, or you can do perception to see if there's danger about and maybe she's trying to
Perception,
distract
do
you.
perception.
Could be, I don't
Do
know.
perception.
Oh, only one?
You
I
can
should
do
have did an
perception.
insight when I was
So-
alone with her.
16.
16 on insight?
Yep. No,
Perception.
perception.
On perception. Okay, so looking around, checking your surroundings, you hear just the general murmur of the woodland beasts and things in the wild. You hear the calls of birds, and you hear the very constant hum of the insects that are in the area, and those are all good signs that nothing is lurking about in the shadows around you. You don't see any visible threats off in the area. It appears to just be Messa traveling down the road.
Where are you going?
I was checking the perimeter, making sure that we don't have anything in the area.
Who's we?
Oh,
How many are you?
oh my gosh.
Messa's just one. Out here all alone, I've got me and my friends.
Most people
Yeah.
don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, as a general rule,
Yeah.
she seems super
Yeah,
nice. I
that's
think maybe we help you out. Like, we're heading that way. You want us to send you, like we could give you a letter, put something in the
Yeah.
mail for you, let you know how things are going.
Well,
How far do you?
I've got 14
So
miles
what
yet to
is-
go. That should be the end of my day. And then I'll be able to head back tomorrow.
You want to hitch a ride in the
Yeah.
back of the wagon?
I would only be comfortable doing it if you take the bits out of the horses' mouths.
Yeah, we're not as skilled as you are with horses, so it'd be harder for us to control.
See, now when you got it like this, of course you'll be controlling the animal. But if you're pulling it too hard, you'll pull the inside of the animal's mouth out.
Oh, okay.
Take a look here, and she tries to reach up, and the horse is like way too tall for her.
Uh-huh.
She's going up. I get. Be a good lad. Be a good lad. Okay. And the horse, like, are
Which
you
horse?
keeping its
My
head up?
horse?
Yeah, your horse. You, like,
She can try to the wagons.
No, that's fine.
It
Yeah,
lowers
she
its head
could-
down and takes a sniff, and the woman takes something out of her pocket and holds it up in like a really quick motion, and the horse kind of.
Could I
makes
see what she's doing?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. She does that. She's petting and she's whispering like cooing sounds to it.
26.
Good
26.
night.
Yeah. So she pulled out a dried bit of vegetable from her pocket, gave it to it, and was petting it, and takes the tip of the bit and strokes it in the side of the horse's head and pulls it out of its mouth. Takes out a leather tong from her pouch and begins wrapping it around. Pulls it, and it goes over the side of the head instead of the bit in the mouth. And then tosses the metal thing up to you, and then tosses the reins to
So
you.
I just juked a bit. Don't even catch it, and I get the new reins, I guess, from the leather.
You hear this, like as it lands among some rocks behind you, and so, oh yeah, that's much better. See, if you got it like this, even though it might get away from you, you'll still be able to control it, and she won't throw you out. And you won't be harming the animal.
There is nothing I have to know whether she's
Yeah.
BSing me or not.
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep the. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure you
keep
don't
going.
got that much leather for all the horses, but
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So do you?
Roll.
So are you? You'd seen the Tiefling's carpet. Do you know magic at all?
You can see it's magic, but really it just comes to me.
You ever seen one of these before? And
She
Uh-oh.
whistles,
Hold
a bird flies out and then lands on her shoulder. It's a very large bird of prey, similar to an eagle, but it has more green on it than anything else. It's some type of jungle species of
I know
fowl.
what it is,
It
huh?
lands on her
Carnivorous
shoulder.
parrot.
It is like half her size, and it's like
Yeah.
resting on her shoulder there.
It was that big, though.
Do I know what it is?
You recognize it as some type of jungle bird.
But I've never seen it.
No, jungle bird.
It's
That's the
not-
actual scientific.
It's not native to the jungle I'm from. Is what I'm saying.
It was
Jungle
fine.
bird.
You can
Jungle
DM
bird.
us later. So the I show her the staff of the python.
Oh, you pulled.
Yeah, because currently it's nothing but a walking stick for us. You ever seen this before?
I've never seen something of this craftsmanship. I've got my own sticks, but I don't need them for what I'm doing today. So,
Do you see a lot of people on the road?
not a large number, no.
Can you
I've never
get
seen
in the
such a-
wagon so we can travel as
Yeah, we
as
could
we're
take the other
talking?
14 miles. We keep talking. I'd love to hear about it.
We have-
Give me a lift.
We have
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
to be.
Yep, we'll help her up.
You pull her up. Yes, so she sits on the front of the wagon, begins looking around.
Can you sit in the back? Can you sit-
Probably more room in the back.
Yeah,
She-
more in the back.
We're like one butt cheek
Yeah.
on each of
Yeah,
us.
let's.
Climbs onto the top and is sitting up on there with their legs dangling at the side. The big eagle
Yeah.
thing resting on her shoulder as well.
Yeah, that's it's a good spot. I imagine we're gonna need to pull the wagon cover over when it starts raining, but that's fine for now, I guess.
Yeah, it'll start raining in
Why are we bringing this random person with us?
a couple of hours.
She's gonna attune the staff to me.
Oh.
It's the only reason why she's here, guys. That's why Benji put her here.
So you're still showing the staff after she
Yeah, I
sets
mean,
out?
look, so now we're moving. We'll be with her for the next 14 miles. I asked her about if she can tell us anything else about it. Attuning it will help me know what the keyword or the password is to activate it.
Are you giving this to me then, huh?
On the way back, Can you meet us here on the way back? I need it to get where we're going.
Well, let's see. You can just let me take a look. Let me take a look. She holds it in her hands and just moving it over and turning it. She's looking at the snake. Beautiful python that you got on there.
Do you mind the silver inlay? Do you like metal much? I mean,
I don't have much of a need for it. The woods give me everything that I need.
what would you do with a staff like this?
I was going to just throw it on the ground.
Did you find much use for it?
Well, it turns into a python lad.
I'll give it to you.
Well, very generous of you.
Yeah.
Giving me a lift.
Ask for
Giving
the
me a
bird.
python
Ask for the
lad.
bird.
So, usually where I'm from, there's usually some kind of trade. I mean,
Oh, what would you like in
Yeah.
return? I've got my trinkets here. I've got.
They're
one's
like-
a beauty. She pulls it off.
Like
It's a
stones.
hand carved. It looks like a totem pole almost with various like faces carved into wood that look very like there are different poses of people depicting there. She pulls off and says, "Oh my god."
okay, so let's start the magical things and work down.
She pulls
Her
off.
bird.
So you're interested in? Well, yeah.
Can you attune
He's
the
not-
bird to me?
I don't.
He's not really a companion, it's his own thing. We just travel in the same direction
Uh-huh.
sometimes. I would be willing to give you his totem.
I feel like I'm getting ripped off. Okay, before I do this,
Yeah.
how much
Can
did
I
I tell? How much was what's his name going to sell me this for?
You can't insight it before he says anything.
Okay.
Oh, he said like
I know
3,000.
Well, I rolled really high. It was in the hundreds. I know that.
Well, he he said 3,000, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So after that, you ended up just getting it on loan.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
it on loan.
Well,
It's
that's
not yours
loan
to
means I'm
give.
giving it back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
right.
I'm gonna have to give him 3,000 gold.
That you don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
I can
No, I
help
don't
you.
have it.
I can.
We'll get there though. It's fine. Got a long way between there and back.
You probably could have talked him down to the hundreds based on.
Well, and it's so. What is that little trinket thing?
Well, if you once a day you can use this trinket, it'll make your skin erupt into the surface of a tree.
Oh, nice.
It should provide you some type of protection against weapons of that sort.
Mechanically, that means AC of.
You can cast bark
Bark
skin.
skin.
Bark skin's
One
13?
day.
13.
13.
14.
Yeah.
14.
It's usually for spellcasters.
It is usually
I'm like 20.
Yeah, so you have no use for it at
bark
all.
skin gives you.
I think it's 14. Stone skin's like
The
15.
target's AC can't be less than 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
wow.
what
16.
armor it's
16.
wearing.
So what's stone skin?
So that's usually
It lasts for an hour.
it's usually for like spellcasters.
So I can't really use that. Anything else?
You don't like this totem? I've got a totem. She pulls out another. This one is
Oh, hold on. So at this point, I've dug myself pretty deep into a hole. I ask Evendur, I'm like, hey, look, what's equitable here? Like,
Yeah, there's
this stone skin totem is going to offset. Like, is it a onesie? Is it like a 1-for-1? How much more am I still going to owe?
Oh, if you're asking a vendor how much the things cost,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to ask someone who knows. Hey, it's your money, you know. I just,
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. to
Freaking
me.
trust fund kids. All right. What else does she have?
She
Well,
pulls-
I imagine we're continuing to move down the road.
Right. She pulls off a tooth, and she explains that this tooth, if you say the word, it will turn into any weapon type that you would like,
Hmm.
and it will immediately become that.
Even a metal weapon?
It'll fashion it out of bone,
Hmm.
so it's going to be a bone type weapon.
But and it just has regular properties, or is it a magical weapon?
It has regular properties.
So it's not a plus anything, or it has magical, like,
Your character wouldn't know.
no, that, okay.
Mechanically, as a player, we'll say it does have.
Okay, I can, For both of those little tokens, I probably can give you this staff.
It deals magic damage,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't do additional damage.
Yeah, but if it's resistant to anything but magical, yeah. No, how about both of your necklaces?
You want both for this stuff? No,
Oh,
they
that's...
don't need it that much. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
I was kinda-
I was gonna help, but you already got it.
No, it's fine. Ooh, I'd like, but thank you so much. Yeah. Can she attune
What's your
it
charisma?
to me?
I was gonna try to help
14.
him, but
So
No, right?
yeah, I was gonna.
attunement doesn't work in that sense. You can attune things to yourself. You can't have someone else attune something to you.
Oh, so literally I cannot use
You
it.
cannot use
Right.
it.
Only
Ah.
you can use it.
Yeah, it's sick.
As a staff, a wooden stick.
Yeah.
Use it as a stick. It's a
Yeah.
very expensive stick
Yeah.
that you could lose.
Like you just lost right now.
How about this? I talk to her. I say, hey, we're going to be coming back by here in a couple of days. And why don't you let me use your tooth? I'll let you use a staff. We'll do a trade when we get back.
Okay. I'd be interested in a deal of that sort. I could.
So it's
certainly
like
use
another
item to help
loan.
with some of the chores.
It's like a loan on a loan now.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah.
payday
Subloan.
loan.
So
Yeah.
Sublease.
Where would you like me to meet you then? I could stay in the area, watch the road, and be here.
Oh, you go about your business. When do we think we're going to be coming back this way?
We have no idea.
How do I get a hold of you? What's your P.O. box? Did it die?
Blue screen. That's okay because now we have an audio recording.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey!
Audio backup. Hey.
So I lost my train of thought. What was the question?
When are we going to be coming back through this way?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's
what's-
it's like a week travel.
I tell her about when I think we're going to come back, and if I got to come back and see her, that's fine. But at least I know where to get it, and we know that you can do a tradesies.
Very
It's
well.
gonna be awesome. My backup plan is to put this tooth on a really nice necklace
It is
that I
like-
barter for something else.
Yeah, it's kind of a dirty leather that she has
Yeah.
for it. So.
And then you're gonna try to give it back to the shopkeeper
No,
when
hopefully
we
I
don't
can-
return.
Currently, this tooth is much better than my stick.
That's true. He can't
Oh,
use
yeah.
the tooth. He can't use.
Okay. Okay, I'll put that down. Messa, I better write your name down because I'm gonna forget. Okay, and we set something up like that. So eventually, even if it's after the time we come back, we will trade. Is that okay? Is there a fork in a road somewhere that
It's straight.
she's like gonna
From
put a
the map.
fork in the road? Is what she's like.
High up ahead, the road was split off. One moves off to the southeast where you're going to Whaminster. The other one heads off to the southwest.
There's no room.
That,
Yeah.
of course, will head off into the jungle area, but I can.
Oh yeah.
I
To
can
the jungle of scales.
stay in the area and keep an eye out for you. You said you're from Ithon.
Yep.
I'm familiar with Ithon. I'm a little uncomfortable going in there, but
Well-
if worst case scenario, we'll say 1 month hence, I'll find you in Ithon.
Done.
Is there any place I can find you there?
You
It's a
know,
big
funny you should ask. Can I tell her about the kiosks? Or the
Yeah.
food carts?
Oh, sounds delicious. Do you have a sample?
We do actually.
They're like.
And we
real-
want to have you. No, they're
Yeah,
same
that morning,
day.
yeah.
They're still fresh.
Oh,
Right?
This is quite a treat.
I give her like a jelly filled. I give her some flan.
What, and the bird too, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the bird has like certain like gluten sensitivity.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the bird
Diabetes.
flies off and it just heads like beelines into the
Jungle.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like gonna go into the wagon and start eating all the pastries.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So you have done that, and she stays on there and is eating delightedly while you're traveling towards Whaminster. So what Would your characters like to ask her or
Tooth
talk to
of
her?
bone swords, bone weapon.
So she calls it Grax's tooth.
Okay.
So Amir asks her about her clan, like her little group. Like,
Oh, it's just me and my friends.
yeah, how many?
Oh, they're all over the place. Every day we've got more friends.
What do you mean have more friends?
Do you mean-
join the-
Are you
Friend may
referring
extend
to-
to beyond humanoids. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
Okay. that's-
Right, I'm getting there. You're referring to the animals of the forest or jungle.
Animal person? What's the difference?
One is-
We are just.
Yeah, I guess
She's a crazy.
Amir,
Yeah.
Amir doesn't know when to let up.
Yeah.
Or doesn't get
We need a
social
secret- we need a
cues at
secret,
all, so he's like,
Code
the
for you.
difference is humanoids hold usually a higher intelligence and we can communicate like we are now.
Well, I'd say that's debatable.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Check out
Especially
this
humans.
Eclair.
Especially humans, am I right?
Well, you're traveling with humans, so these ones must be a little bit above the average intelligence.
Yeah,
Marginal.
yeah, they
Make
seem
a
okay.
self-deprecating
probably,
joke.
They're probably some of the best humans I've met in the last century. So
Oh, you've been around for more than a century. So then you're just a lad then, aren't you?
yeah,
Well,
How old are
I'm
you?
getting my feet wet.
I mean, can I ask that? I don't know. She has obviously a weird sense. And how much do you weigh at
It's
this
been
time?
a while since I paid attention to that sort of thing.
Yeah, I lost. There's no point in counting if you're an elf, so I don't remember how old I am. I remember 3 wars ago. Two, Benji? 3.
3. You were on 3.
I've been through 3 of these great wars.
What can you guys tell us about you and her? I mean, you're that old. What can you guys tell us about Whaminster?
Oh, well, Whaminster's big walls, they've got surrounded by, it seems like the jungle's trying every day to overtake that human settlement, but they're not terrible folk. They do things that are quite loud,
Of what?
a little noisy. I don't know, I don't go inside the city walls, I just hear it from the outside.
A lot of people between here and Whaminster, what kind of things should we look out for?
Well, you can expect to see different type of fun on the road. We have the most beautiful purple lilacs this time of year. So if you keep watching for them, you might be able to find them in full bloom. Of course, when the rain starts settling in, then
Amir just rides up ahead a little. He's like, okay.
she starts describing different
Yeah.
flora and things.
And Martha is already like.
What
"Oh,
kind of,
this is a crazy cat lady."
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
What kind of dangers should we watch out? Kind of lizards. Like when's the last time an attack is?
An attack?
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't say. I normally keep everything away from me home so that it's not attacking.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
14 miles, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Oh,
The
Hey,
bird swoops back
I,
in and begins making these it begins tweeting.
Oh, tweeting, yeah.
And,
yeah. Make
she-
sure it's only 100 and something characters.
Yeah, it's really quick. It's just
Yeah.
like small and like you could do like one emoji in there, and she makes bird noises back to it. And immediately her eyes go wide in alarm. Oh, we got it looks like I'll be having to leave a little bit early, but I do thank you for the ride.
anything maybe you want to share with us that
Oh no,
Toucan Sam was?
nothing you should be worrying yourselves about. It's
Okay.
this is Messo's business.
So
I'll do an
before you
insight
leave,
15.
oh yes, very good.
Sure.
Can I roll it as well or no? Just one?
Yeah, you will too.
I got. So what'd you get? I got
15.
16.
Okay, so she is reacting like somebody who was just informed that a problem came up that she needs to take care of. She doesn't appear to like her breathing hasn't quickened, or she's not like breaking out in sweat from like fear or anything like that.
God bless you.
But she does say that she needs to go.
I give her any idea what kind of illicit substances she would imbibe?
I mean, you get the sense that she
Smokes a
has
lot of
not
dope.
really any bounds. Whatever she finds in the jungle is what she probably lives off of.
What kind of illicit substances would she appreciate that we might have on her ourselves? I give her one of those things.
A little bit of
So
peace pipe?
Evendur has some dream weed.
Oh yeah, she would like that.
I think that probably would be the most entertaining for her, because of your knowledge that dwarves do like to smoke,
Mm-hmm.
and that anybody who partakes in that will appreciate that the smoke comes out in multicolor.
I'll do that. Whatever it might cost on the street, I make sure to put an IOU for Evendur.
Evendur says, "Well, I mean, I brought."
Nah, she's
Brought
gonna
some.
appreciate it though.
For
man.
myself.
I told
Alright.
you gotta stop using this our goods.
Tell you what, look, I came
Gonna
up
end.
with this. All right, so it's important to me.
Oh, he
important to
invented it?
you.
Yeah, he invented it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, I mean, yeah, sure, fine. He
Whoa,
pulls
whoa,
out
whoa,
a pouch
whoa,
from
wait,
his
wait. If he invented it, then they're gonna. Well, not necessarily. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
No one knows you guys outside of Ithon.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
No one's
Um,
gonna know where that came from.
So he pulls out a pouch and passes it to you.
But you did tell her you're from Ithon.
Yeah. I need her to come back.
Okay.
I said, hey, I want to give you something. I'd like you to keep it just between us friends. Let me know what you think of it when you come find me in a month.
All very well. She pulls it and opens it for a bit. Oh, what you doing with this
I have
nonsense?
Evendur explain a little bit what it does.
Yeah. So all you need to do, just I mean, it's just like any.
No, I have her explain that.
He explains it's
Yeah.
essentially like cannabis
Yeah.
that does like
It's like
some
so you
psychedelic-
put it's like pipe weed. You just put it in your pipe and you smoke it, and it has a little magical surprise after.
Okay, Evendur, make sure you let me know how much that costs.
I mean, money. Like,
Oh
what-
yeah,
what
he
is
doesn't
that?
care. Never mind, Evendur.
Just right, like give me like a bagel or something. We get
A
back.
bagel.
We'll call it even. So
Name a bagel after me.
name a bagel.
Yeah.
Vendors, Einstein bagels. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. So, yeah. So she thanks you and takes it and puts it in a small pouch or a bag that she has on her side and runs off in the direction that the bird had flown back from. The bird flies ahead of her and she quickly disappears in among the jungle growth, forest growth. So.
We could have followed her.
I
It's
think
not.
Mark would have an aneurysm.
She's kind of crazy cat lady. Let's-
Riven is just staring like, did we just talk with a weird dwarf person?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't imagining that. Okay,
Nope. You were not on the drugs.
that's no, not right now. That was strange. So she flies back under a carpet and continues behind everyone. So you're going to continue traveling, or go and roll a perception check.
Oh,
You're up, Benjen. Or, you're sorry.
16?
Okay, yeah. So probably 30 seconds after Mesa disappears into the forest, you hear the roar of some large predatory beast come from where she was from, and then the silence permeates the air as the birds and all of the insects kind of like die down for a little bit, and then it just continues back up a little bit after.
I just heard.
I probably shouldn't have got her high.
So did everyone hear that or just me?
It was
Everybody heard
huge.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
she's
expecting
dead.
Godzilla to.
You're not getting that stuff back.
It'll be all
That's
right.
all I say.
It'll be all right. She's tough old bird.
She.
Yeah.
As he
Why
Does a
would they follow
religious
her?
Never
sort of
going back to
rewarding.
Ithon.
And also, she's not gonna remember who you are or Ithon.
She remembers spells
Yeah,
and names of birds. Okay, we go.
So, continuing through the day,
Mhm.
there is not much else that happens. There are some. There's enough wildlife in the area for you to easily kill something if you want to have something to cook for dinner in the evening.
Yeah.
And there are, so you could choose from lizard. There are also these. It's like a type of fox, and there are deer in the area as well.
We're out of Messa's domain, right?
You're probably going to have to travel until the evening, if where you started was what she was explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kill a deer.
All right. There are deer. It doesn't take very long to find them because to a
Yeah,
deer,
but I'm
this
used to
isn't
hunting too, right?
this isn't a road. It's just part of where they live. So yeah, you very easily. Well, go ahead and roll a survival check. You'll find a deer. I just want to see how easily you find it.
7 hours later.
17.
Okay, yeah, it's not very hard. So you catch it off in the distance and then dismount and chase after it for the ways. Come back with the deer carcass over your shoulders. Bringing
Super
it back.
manly.
Yeah, super manly.
You grow 2d10 chest hair.
Oh, thanks.
You don't grow any chest hair. You're
Can I have a
whatever.
beard too?
No. Half elves can have a beard, but elves cannot. So so you bring it back and catch up to the group as you're continuing.
Yeah, so I automatically. Are we like camping then?
Yeah.
So you probably have like an
Yeah.
hour.
I just automatically. I did some of the initial field dressing right after I killed it.
Right.
Like left it in the woods for the
Hopefully you
animals.
buried it.
No, feed the other animals. And then I brought, the rest back and I start, the prep work because I don't know he can cook. So.
Skinning and dressing and
I'm just doing it because I've done it probably
Draining.
100 times, 1,000 times.
indeed. So you bring it, and it
First
is
thing is
ready
like,
to go.
but he didn't use any soap on his hands. I've got a bucket with soap, and I'm like,
It's like surgery.
surgeon
Yeah.
gloves.
Bring me my cooking gloves, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have deer for dinner and prepare it. It doesn't take very long to find a place where you can settle down off the road, but in a sheltered place. Is it important to you to not be visible for the road?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, obviously not so far off that we could not. I mean, within that 3 mile bandwidth.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you got a fire, you could see us. But
Yeah, just
Right.
just easy way to just get off the
Mhm.
wagon just in case.
Got it. Okay. So yeah.
oh yeah, we're not going to be able to get the wagon
Yeah,
that
that's
far off the
right.
road.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's right. Somewhere the wagon will get off.
So there's enough overgrowth for you to be able to take the wagon into the woods or jungle for a little ways and have it be basically not visible from the road if people are just traveling down it and not paying attention.
Yeah.
So doing that, unhitch the horses and take the horses further in to where you have you can see the wagon, but it's not going to be next to you, and you're able to be a little bit more secluded with the fire and everything. There is a natural spring nearby, and
Ooh.
you do find
Could add fish.
fresh water. There are
The horses.
river
etc.
creatures in the
Oh yeah.
the horses are watered. They are grazing on the grass, and they seem to be a lot more. They don't appear as worn down as horses have been in the past for you, using the rope system instead of the bit in the mouth.
Oh, so we were all able to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So you have the.
Can we write that down?
Is that something we can do in the future? Do we know how to do it?
You can probably recreate, because she tied the knots on the rope so that it would do it. So
Oh,
right
okay.
now you have it. It's like if someone tied a tie for you and you didn't know how to tie a tie, you could probably take it off and then recreate it in the future.
No, you do exactly what we all did, which is don't untie the knot. You loosen it, and you only wear that tie ever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
now you have
when
three
I
of
take
those.
this horse
Yes.
back, I'm taking the
Rope off. Yeah.
No, mine's leather. Thank you.
That's right. Yours is leather. The others were made of rope. So the horses are tied up. You make camp. Is there anything that everyone would like to do now that it's the evening?
So everybody gets, obviously they don't need to hit dice, but everybody gets advantage on con saves versus.
Wait,
disease.
so you're?
Oh, I cook food. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't do
so
anything other
do
than
you take
if
over?
I have
I'm like,
food-
oh, okay.
And then-
You could cook with me.
And then Martha actually did ritual casting and casted unseen servant. So then she actually isn't doing the manual labor herself. The unseen servant is.
But like me and the unseen servant, like
Yeah.
having cooked before, it's like hand and glove. So I have a name for it.
You know, unseen servant. You can't actually see
Yeah.
it.
It's just.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just floating stuff.
It's but you know how this works. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
cool, all right.
That's awkward. I'm all
Hand me the
scalpel. Forceps.
Yeah. So as soon as he brings back the deer, you're like, oh, okay, that changes things. I was gonna make this, but now I can make. Yeah. So everyone has advantage on con saves versus disease.
Yeah, for disease. Yeah.
That's so cool. All right. Well, there you go.
And
Iron
just so
Chef
you know,
Jungle.
yeah, up to 6 creatures.
Temporary hit
and
points, right?
well, they can regain 2 extra hit
Oh,
points.
2 extra hit
Pretty
points.
nice,
Yeah.
considering.
Oh,
And
so
I
that
can
can be on a
detect.
short rest.
I can detect.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
could.
okay, yes, yeah.
as an action, detect poison. If I have, once
That's it.
in a long rest, I need to have a long rest. If I have the food and supplies with long rest, I can have 6 creatures regain 2 extra hit dice and give them advantage on con saves versus
Oh, wow.
disease for 24
2
hours.
extra hit dice.
So,
Nice.
Pretty neat. Not that useful to be honest. However, if I was already proficient in cook's utensils, now I'm an expert in them.
And then you detect poison food, right?
Yeah, up to 5 feet away.
So yeah, you're like, oh, that's poisonous. So you have the silver pin.
That's
Oh, wait.
the
So
temperature thing. Yes.
because you have done that, you can everything within 5 feet of you. You know if it's poison or not.
Nah, that is stupid. If it doesn't say it, I would assume that it was only like
Food.
Food
things you will
wise.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consumable.
I'm all a dagger that has poison on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Just like, oh, this
Fair.
potion you could drink.
think about it. I mean, I wasted a whole feat on how to cook. But it goes with the food card idea.
It does go with the food card idea.
And I would, yeah, anyway.
So you prepare that for the evening. So watches. Who's going to be first, second, and third watch?
I'll take half the night.
I'll take first. Well,
First or second half?
All I do is trance for 4 hours. So I'll watch the other.
me.
I'll take the first one with you.
One first watch. You'll
And
do
the
a
rest.
third watch.
He'll do the second and third.
Second and third.
Someone will need to start the second, and then he'll relieve them.
Yeah. So they will have Evendur and Riven do that.
Evendur and Riven both look at each other. I don't really want to do that. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
No, I
They
don't
got to do
really
something.
want to do that.
They're just gonna go to sleep through it.
Riven agrees.
I
she'll
wake
do
out
it.
of my trance and no one's awake. I'm like, this
Everyone's
guy.
gone.
There we go.
Yeah, so Riven says that she'll just take the second one because Evendur's like, I just want to sleep. So. Alright, yeah.
He's just smoking.
No, he's
Smoking some of
I'm
his
crashing from my first hit. So.
Well, and we're not, and we could have one person take a watch. We're not super far away, right, from the civilization. We could do that. We could do that watch. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth watch.
Right.
It's plenty
But
of time.
third, fourth, fifth will be the elf.
Yeah, I'm actually. If you guys want to stay awake, I could chit chat with you guys. But if not, I'll just take a watch by myself.
Okay, so first person on watch, I'll need you to roll a perception check with advantage.
Advantage. Uh-oh.
What's advantage?
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good thing because
8.
8. Okay, so the first part of the night passes pretty uneventfully. There's not really
I don't notice anybody sneaking up on me.
right, right. They're already within our radar.
really happening.
I'm done.
Second watch.
That's you. Not bad.
17.
17. Okay. So during the second portion, you're woken up by Benjen, and he says, "Hey, man, it's your turn. So have a good one." Immediately falls asleep. Yeah, you're awake not too long. Get up, stretch a little. You have a little snack. The moon has reached its zenith in the sky, and you. It's probably the very middle of the evening, and the sounds of night animals and nocturnal creatures are moving around in the forest around you. You check on any ones that make noticeable. If it sounds like it could be something that has to do with danger, you kind of sneak over in the area and take a look. The majority of it, though, is like snakes going by, or some type of four-legged creature just moving off, and birds hunting, mice, things of that nature. It's getting towards the end of your watch when you should be coming out of a trance, that you hear off in the distance to the south of you a lone howl coming off in that direction. The other reason why it sounds a little bit different from everything around you is because most of them have been like strange, like bestial noises or growls or grunts, or just the sound of something huffing through the forest. But because of the high-pitched whine of the howl, kind of makes the hairs on your arms go on end for a moment.
I'm sort of transitioning awake.
Yes.
Do I hear it?
You do need trance, so you're. No,
Okay.
not yet. So.
Because I don't think it's like a transition. I think I'm in trance and then I come out of trance and I'm good, right?
Right.
There's no like grogginess.
Right. No grogginess. Immediately ready to go after 4 hours because elves. And you don't hear anything else. Probably, I mean, it's hard to gauge distance on the lone howl, but yeah, that's the only thing that you were able to pick up during your watch. So the trance ends and you come out of it, and Martha is there, and she's still keeping watch and looking around.
Yeah, there's a weird sound out in the distance, so we better keep an eye out.
What kind of sound?
It's a weird whining noise, like an animal.
Like, I'm gonna kill you.
Like a sounds animal-like, right?
Yeah, it sounded kind of like a howl, but it was a little bit different. Something was howling to the moon.
And it was this way? I just point in the direction that she said.
Right to the south.
So.
And that's away from the road.
Yes, you are parked on the south side. You're parked on the south side of
Right.
the road.
Part on.
So
That's dangerous, man. We need to be on the north side.
I mean, it's probably 100 yards, and you'll be on the north side of the road. So okay, so go ahead and roll a perception check for your watch.
We die.
16.
It kills him.
16. Okay, so you hear the only twice more throughout the night that howling that she described, and it
Is it closer?
it doesn't seem like it's getting any closer to you, but it is moving in different directions from you. So it's kind of from where you are. If you were to gauge it, would be circling off towards the west of you. And by the time that the evening is over, you're keeping an eye out for anything. You kill one snake that starts slithering too close to the group, and stop it from biting it because you recognize it as a poisonous.
Yeah, it turns into a staff.
Yeah, I would actually like to just eat it and use the skin, like make something cool out of the skin.
Got it. You
While
recognize
I'm supposed to be watching,
this
I'm
one
just like,
as a venomous snake. It has a venom that comes from its fangs, and that is something that you.
can I have captured it instead?
You.
Instead of killing it?
I will say yes. You could try an animal handling check,
Okay.
Steve Irwin style.
That's how you poison him.
This snake
19.
has enough venom to take on a bloke 30 times my size. What was your total roll?
19.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do something. We'll see. Okay, yeah. So you grab the snake by the tail, as you do when you're trying to have it not bite you,
Right.
and it immediately tries to bite you. You're able to just stay out of reach of it and keep it away, and slowly move your hands up on it while keeping it at a safe distance until you have it right behind its neck.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
good.
You
Nice.
have it so it can't really get you, and you have it. You've captured it. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna store it.
I
Hadn't thought that far.
do I have a sack as part of my backpack? Starting equipment.
There are some bags that you guys are carrying.
I have 2.
Or no, one of the food bags or whatever. I just dumped the food out, put the snake inside it.
Okay, all right.
But then I carry all my food on myself.
I'll say you're gonna do a.
You lose one
Because
day,
if you
right?
put a snake in like a cloth bag, it's pretty much like safe, even if it's poisonous.
You believe that. So
Yeah, I believe
I read it on the Sinning Stone.
that. So how dangerous is this snake?
I'm going to have you roll while you're putting it in the bag.
Holy
Not that bad.
I have
that
it
bad.
behind the head though. It's like-
You
gotta let
do,
go, you gotta let
but
go.
you gotta let go to get it in there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a quick.
So you're doing this.
So you can
Okay,
do
what am
either
I
a
doing?
dexterity saving throw or roll versus me with dexterity.
I will roll versus you with just straight dex.
Yeah, you'll get your dex modifier.
Okay, I'll roll against you.
Alright,
What's your roll? That's a 1. Okay. Well,
But that doesn't really count, does it? As an automatic fail for this?
not for.
Because I add my modifiers 5. I mean, you still
oh
beat
no, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't count
you,
as an automatic.
you still
fail.
beat me though.
I did still beat you.
Dang it! I should have just rolled the other way. Now I'm gonna take some poison damage right from the rib.
We wake up, he's dead.
Good news is you have he has advantage on poison.
Oh, that's disease though, right?
Disease.
Oh, disease. Never mind. Sorry,
I
it
should've
won't get
shut up.
infected.
I should have shut up.
We wake up.
Okay.
Actually, I'm proficient in alchemy, so do I have a poison antidote?
I mean, it would make sense for you to only have a poison that you are carrying on you, like an antidote to that. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
You take 5 poison damage.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, 5 poison damage and 1 piercing damage, so 6 total.
Okay, I got a 21 con save.
Okay.
Passed out.
I know, I still fail. It's
so-
like the most dangerous snake there is.
You feel the venom attempt to course through your veins, and quickly the snake drops immediately and does not go in the bag and begins slithering away. So you can try and grab it again.
Yes, let's do that.
All right, animal handling check.
This is how you poison yourself.
Yep.
21.
All right, you got the snake again.
Yeah, put it back in the bag.
Gonna put it in the bag?
Yes.
All right, but we're gonna roll against each other because that's the one you chose.
8.
You rolled a 10. So the snake bites again.
Why couldn't I choose the other one?
Because
This time.
that's the method you chose, so we're sticking with it. Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. This is how I got?
Yeah, this is. Yeah, we wrote it down.
15.
Okay, 15 is good. You take 6 more points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
You're not poisoned though.
Oh, is he poisoned from the first one?
No, he's
No.
not.
Okay.
The
This
snake begins slithering away again.
This is
Alright,
after we
let's do
rested
this.
us.
Alright, animal handling check.
Nah, he gets away. 9.
Does he take an opportunity attack though? I mean,
the snake is going to try and bite.
Is that against my AC?
Yeah, 16.
So yeah, it's 16.
All right.
Constitution?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
17.
Yeah. So you're not poisoned, but you take 5 more points of damage.
you're gonna wake up all haggard. What's up, guys? I'm good. Oh,
You've been bit by this venomous
his
snake
arms
3
all
times now.
swollen.
Wait, so I can't go after it anymore, right?
This is
just,
you.
It just attacked me, but
Yeah.
now it's fleeing?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's yes, it is. It's it just kept biting you. What are you doing? All right, so
It's mad.
I just wanted to poison the snake for poison.
yeah.
For my supplies, for my alchemist.
Well, you could have killed it and then taken the venom.
No, but I wanted like a live, continuous.
Got it. You feed it.
I kill it
All right.
as it's leaving.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'll use
Back to back. Attack after.
1.
I'll use homie missile with the dagger. 18.
Throwing it?
Yeah, 18 twice.
Oh, you're throwing it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hit.
It's a prone. It's a prone.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's prone, guys. You have disadvantage.
Is
Yeah.
it prone?
Yeah, it's laying on the floor.
Oh, but it cancels out because I have
Use your
advantage.
homing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was an 18 flat, the first one.
All right, roll for
Actually,
damage.
both.
It's like snakes are definitely prone.
Yeah. I'm not being but.
8 damage.
Alright, you kill it. It dies.
Oh, I get it after, and I'm like,
You got like on your hand. There's like 2 bite marks with blood still dripping from it, and this clear liquid that your body is using to fight off the venom that it tried to put in you and poison you.
yeah, I would like to like get the venom out. For, like,
Yeah, so
vials,
roll
if at all possible. And also do I do a survival check to make some cool, like a cool armband or something?
Oh, you can skin it. Fine, yeah.
Oh, okay. You said survival 12.
For nature, is nature 1 or is that 4th edition?
Nature is
nature or survival.
Yeah. So
12.
12. Okay, yeah, you do get enough to.
And I would have vials if I
Yes.
have my supplies.
Yes, so you have it enough in a vial to coat 1 weapon.
Does
So-
it even work when it's dry though?
So it's in a vial,
It's in a
so
vial, so-
that does keep it
Okay.
for a little bit longer. It's not indefinite, of course, but
Make sure the
I
extra
will.
extra
I will use
Yeah.
my 2 extra hit die
Oh,
from food
so-
to heal up.
You have to have minus. Like I can't give you.
it's not bonus hit die.
yeah,
it's you
bonus hit
regain those hit
Like
die.
if you had
you've used
already,
them.
if you had already, it's not retroactive.
Oh, I'll just use my hit die anyways.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Alright.
Just started the day.
I don't want them to know what happened. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I wouldn't either. you wear gloves and like bracers for the next couple of days to.
What happened here? Was that
and
always there?
you do put the snake's skin in something, so you have that as well. You're able to strip
Oh,
it
okay,
off
cool.
to get it.
And save the meat.
Puts it in there with the fruit.
Where's our
Save the
food?
meat too, right?
Yeah, that's not enough meat really to have a big meal, but it's enough.
Does it replace the rations he threw on the ground?
They're on the ground in the wagon, so they're
Oh
still
no, I picked those up and I put them back after before.
Go ahead and make what would that be? Trying to disguise what you did? No, that's fine. You don't even need to roll for that. So yeah, you put the bag back the way it was. Just only one thing was really damaged when you tossed it down. Now it's like a really bruised fruit.
I only had to use 2 hit die to get it back.
Oh, all right. Well, that's
Max.
very impressive.
Well, I have a fighter hit die.
Oh,
Helps.
that's
I have
right.
one
That's right. You
fighter-
take
one
the,
fighter.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have 2 fighter hit die. 1 per level, right?
Okay, so multi-classing is so complicated. All right,
I know, right? Make
you
your
get
life
1
so
hit
hard.
die per level per class. So you determine.
So 2d10.
I never chose an accent for my character.
You did.
Yeah, you're
I just
just
assumed
talking
Benjen
Just
was
talking
you.
Yeah.
normal. No.
You're trying to be like Ben. I thought that's what it was.
Jeez.
If you're trying to do my accent, it's California.
Yeah, a little more
So,
California. Okay, go. Well, I'm gonna get one. Don't you worry.
By the end of tonight, Benjen will be talking with an accent.
Yep.
Okay, so the next day goes.
I have some gloves. So
Yeah, we're like, that's really cool. Where'd you get those? Yeah.
and I tell him, nothing eventful happened in the evening. I heard those howling.
Looks like it was going off towards the west,
Yeah.
behind you.
Oh, so they're not going in our direction?
It didn't seem like it was coming closer to us, just circling around.
Right. So you continue through the day and have moved off in the direction of Whaminster again. There's one person who you meet traveling on the road again, going in this direction. But the wagon itself that person had or has, you see this wagon up ahead. We'll do that. We'll play through this.
Okay, cool.
So there's a wagon up ahead, and
So I don't yell full volume, but I talk at on volume they can hear me and say, "There's a wagon up ahead."
it is moving in your direction, so it's coming at you.
Oh, well then they see it, or they don't yet.
So you're up
Probably-
far enough ahead to see them before the wagon is seen itself.
Yeah, so I just say that, and hopefully they hear it. Whoever's driving the wagon. Actually, I would have to yell it.
You would.
Yeah.
40 yards is
Yeah.
a long ways.
You can't really talk, and it's like a loud forest area. There's lots of life around you, and even the bugs themselves make this really.
So I just put up my hand and like stop my horse and like see if they stop or if they keep coming or.
Sure.
what.
So the stretch that you have between here and there is about 500 yards, so it's quite a ways away. But you can determine how you guys want to proceed.
Well, yeah. In that case, I'll just turn around and like not double time, but trot faster than a walk back to the wagon and tell them what I see.
Okay.
What do I see?
There's a wagon ahead that's coming towards you.
I can't see
See,
man or woman.
One
how many
horse
people?
wagon. There's a person who's sitting on the front, and they appear to have a cloak over their head.
Yeah, I tell them all that.
We just make.
That's all right.
We just scooch over, make sure we're not gonna run into them.
Okay. Doesn't seem like they're dangerous. Or...
It's we're on a road that between two cities.
Okay.
You can certainly roll for a perception check
We're on a road
Okay,
between
cool.
two
to
cities.
see if there's any danger that you can sense.
Not 20.
Natural 20. Okay, so the looking at the wagon as it's coming towards you, you recognize that there's a couple of figures who are seated in the back of the wagon, and because of the way that the ground is, you notice there's also a couple of people who are trailing behind the wagon, who are walking behind it for whatever reason.
I couldn't see if they were bound or not.
You could not tell if they were bound or not. No.
Okay, so I tell them all this. That there's people in back, and there's also seems like there's people trailing.
Got it.
Like how we're traveling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, they have people walking behind. the wagon, correct?
Uh,
In the wagon and trailing behind.
Correct. Actually, Riven is going to move off into and hide. So I just rolled stealth for her. So she just ran into the, or she flew rather into the overgrowth and disappeared.
Okay.
She's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna go
Just go away.
make sure that I am here to support. She flies off. So Vendor's up there and he is watching this as well. And you move towards this wagon.
I say we move to the kind of side, so we make a new room.
Who's the leader of your group?
Martha.
I'm the one
Oh,
steering
okay. So I'm talking to
steering
Martha.
Yeah.
Like, so are we moving ahead?
Does Zayden
You
look
just
suspicious?
let me know if
Yeah.
someone needs to die.
Does no one looks suspicious right now?
Okay.
Yeah,
It looks suspicious to me, but
So,
you're
yeah,
in charge.
But if you're saying it looks suspicious, then we just, as you're walking by, going by, just keep your guards up. That's,
Okay. And keep our heads down,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Are we scared of these people?
No, just if something happens, then we take care of it. If it doesn't, we won't go by.
Indeed.
Yeah, because we're trying not to make a scene, because we're trying to smoke.
Right.
There we go.
I'm not used to
Yeah.
traveling with a group.
Yeah,
So group dynamics.
You're doing it
okay.
yeah.
Supernatural. Like, wouldn't
Right.
have thought that.
Okay, so do you want me to still ride ahead, or we should just
Play
stay?
cool, man.
Yeah, we should just
Just
stay
be
together.
cool.
Stay
Okay.
together
We
and
kill
go.
these people, right? And then
Yeah.
we talk to them.
Yes, that's what
No,
we're
we
gonna
kill them
do.
and then we talk to
No,
them.
we walk by. If they try to kill us, we kill them.
Okay. Right. So if they are doing something nefarious, then we let them go, right?
What
Because
kind of
we
nefarious
have
thing are you
our
talking about?
own nefarious deeds we're working
You
on.
wouldn't want to say
Mhm.
we're doing our own nefarious stuff out
We're
loud.
not on camera. Are we?
Oh.
No.
okay.
So the you move up ahead and recognize that they look like humans from in the distance, and as you get closer and closer, the driver is human, and he slows his wagon down, pulls it off over to the side of the road, and just hails you. For a moment. Oh there!
Hey,
Oi!
hey.
Just traveling? You traveling to Whaminster?
Yes, just traveling.
All right, very well, very well. We're just going to Ithon.
We just
How many in your party there?
We
Ease
have,
into the accent. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get there.
we're just a traveling group, okay? We're just heading off. We don't want any trouble.
Is his wagon covered right now?
Yeah. So
And were there people tied in the back?
there are people in the back. Like a couple of them are kind of peeking around the corner, looking at what's going on.
What kind of, like, peeking out of the corner, like, help me?
Make an insight check.
Okay, I'll make an insight check.
can I
Here
do
we
that?
go.
Can I do
Insight
that
check.
as
It's
well?
13 plus
Oh,
Please tell me that's your new
1. Yeah, this is my new accent. I actually specialized in intimidation.
Could I have roll 2 or no?
Yeah, you can. What was yours?
14.
14.
Mine's 23. I have a plus 8. It's 15.
Oh,
Nine.
dang.
So my insight and my perception.
From here, it looks like a 2.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
no.
Really, really bad to kill the wrong person. So he does well there.
yeah.
Like,
So
so they look around and
they
they
look around the corner. It looks like they're just kind of trying to gauge what is going on the road, and they are elfin behind them.
So
What people?
I talk in Elvish, whatever, to them and say, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?"
The man says, "Well, I don't know what you're saying.
I don't speak Elvish.
I'm sorry, but
Excuse me, don't talk to the merchandise.
we're trying to."
I'm gonna pay for that.
We're just trying to get to Ithon, alright? So we don't want any trouble.
So
What did you tell them? What'd you tell
You don't
them?
hear anything.
You
come
can't be
from
telling
behind.
people these things. You gotta let us know beforehand.
I think these elves are in duress. I sort of whisper that. I don't know if he could hear that. So how far are
roll
the
a
wagons?
stealth check. Roll a stealth check.
A stealth check for a voice?
Yeah.
I speak in Elvish. Why?
Yeah. Have you ever seen my kids
Oh, okay. I
whisper?
didn't know you speak out. He doesn't
Stage
speak Elvish.
whispers.
Yeah, I do. I speak Elvish.
Well, you guys know.
I thought I spoke Dwarvish. It's my fault. I've only played this character twice
So
now,
you guys
man.
begin talking in Elven in front of this guy.
But it's like a different.
Yeah.
I like when you speak Spanish in Spain.
Right.
Totally different. You're like, dude.
Yeah. Especially
Hermana Jones is not. That's not how she spoke to me in fifth grade.
tan agradecido de estar aquí con ustedes.
Yes,
That's how they speak
exactly.
in Spain, but in Castilian Spanish they speak.
Oi,
Estamos tan emocionados
what,
de estar aquí con ustedes.
What makes you think that these individuals are in trouble at all?
Just because this
Jeez,
human.
why is you gotta
Well,
relax, my friend. Have you ever tried some of this?
I think we should have them speak for themselves. I don't like this human speaking for them. This
No,
is all-
he's an elf.
Hey, this is
No,
all,
he's a human. He
this
pulls
is-
out
this
a
is an
short
Elvish.
sword from his
This
belt.
is in Elvish.
I know it's all going in
Oh.
Elvish, but he pulls out a short sword. Look, I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but I'm going to continue my horse onward.
Oh,
Yes,
oi,
perfect.
yes.
So I'm
yes.
going to take that as a threat, though.
Oi,
based-
oi, no,
based
no,
on
no,
my
no,
background.
whoa.
And I'm already drawing on him. Like, what are you doing?
You hear like the sound of a click come from the wagon behind him.
Hold
Now
on.
listen here.
Hold on. Give me some idea. You don't have to put it on battle map,
Sure,
but
sure.
I want to see where's his horse, where's my wagon, like what's going on.
Well, I can certainly put things on the board.
There's a horse. There's your horse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be my horse.
Hey, sweet horse.
I'll be like this.
I'll ride this cockatrice.
I gotta make sure that I RP this
Oh,
guy.
hey. You can ride this night terror.
So
It's the only riding mounted individual I have. I don't have a wagon. Oh, I do have some squares though. You have a wagon?
I do. So he is about here. He is
So
there.
our
That's a covered
wagon's here.
wagon.
This way, right?
And yeah, you guys are here.
Oh, okay. I thought I was on this horse, but okay, that works too.
Who's this?
That's him.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
who?
That's you.
It's you.
Oh, okay.
That's you. You're on your horse.
I mean, you can use whatever you want. Do you need another horse?
Nightmare mount.
Well, it's the only mounted
Yeah.
thing I've got.
So
I know that's. Cool.
This is how I imagined it. You said they're off to the side of the road already.
They pulled over to the side.
So we're still on the road. This is how I seen it
Yeah.
in my head.
That's the wagon right there.
I'm on the left side
Yeah.
of you guys
It's-
on the wagon.
Yeah, because the wagon we kind of moved to the side too.
Oh, okay. So you.
Yeah,
were-
because I was trying to make room for both
He's
of us to
after the
pass.
wagon.
Just like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So the road is like right here,
Yeah.
probably. These squares. things?
Right. It's not a very wide road, just because it's not really well traveled.
So not really knowing enough about these people or that I'm traveling with to calm down, I yell in Elvish to the back elves like, "Are you okay? Are you being held?" I say that in Elvish.
Yeah, you don't hear anything come from behind them.
I
Look,
think they're saying. They're
stop
not saying.
shouting, okay? We can go on with our day. You go your way, we'll go our way. Doesn't need to go down like this.
I say in common that where I'm from, if you draw your weapon, that you're down to fight.
Well, where I come from, if I draw my weapon, it's because I'm going to use it if I have to.
Yeah, let's not use it. We were kind of.
I agree with the
Yeah, we
lady.
kind of try to just pass through. Let's try to bring to level 1 conversation, not a level 20. We're trying to keep the situation.
Look, I'd already say this
Yeah.
is a level 4 conversation.
Yeah.
The way it's going.
That's fine. We can keep our friend over here. Just make sure he doesn't attack you at all. But I mean, why don't you guys go ahead and pass? We'll pull
Yeah.
off the road.
Very well.
Please don't shoot them.
I don't put my bow away and just like have
Hey,
it
just
ready.
he likes to hold on to the thing. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same to him. If you just go ahead and go,
The
make
sword
sure that
mage
you get
hand
all
his
the.
arrows out of his quiver.
Yes, it's all the.
Oh, I don't need arrows.
If it makes you feel
I
any
can
better, the
conjure
man's
arrows.
he's already dumped out all of our food. We don't even have things to eat.
I put him back.
He thinks you put it back in, but it's got the blood all over it. There's some venom. It's like, yeah, I'm a gourmand. I already know that the thing's got poison all over it. It's absolutely useless. But please, go ahead and go.
You can tell the food out
Why,
from
yeah,
my
I dumped it out. I mean, the bag as well was gone. It was useless. So why don't my friend come along on the other side? If you wouldn't mind, Amir,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
along on
I
a
like-
flaming horse on the other side. Let's let our friends go past here.
I actually don't exactly go on the other side. I walk across and like
Oi, yeah.
right here on the side. On this
Who's
side.
this character here?
That's
That's
It's
her.
you.
that's Martha.
You're on top of the wagon, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's
she-
this character
I
there?
don't know.
Who is that?
Oh, that's a vendor, maybe. I don't know.
Oh no, Avenger's the wizard.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'll
go
I
with
don't know.
So let's put.
I'll take that.
There's ninja.
Here.
There's ninja.
Okay.
So
These are
this
sneaking on
this
your
is
wagon
me
this whole
not on a
time.
horse, but anyway, anywho.
This is a vendor.
So,
oh, here.
I go across the. So I was on this side. I
Riven
go
is in the
across.
woods.
Yeah, she's in the woods
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, that's right.
And then I can I make another perception check because I ride up.
You can, yeah. He begins moving forward with his wagon. You can see clearly the elves in the back.
What's that? 14.
They're walking behind the wagon, and they have kind of dirty, worn clothes. They have the trademark dark-colored hair of the wood elf from like a jungle tribe. And they're walking behind. They're not tied up or anything, but they are following this wagon very closely, which is from where you are from. Not anything common at all about that.
Okay, yeah,
I'd like to know when they pass us when we
No,
cross.
I don't let that happen.
there's-
If we have to roll initiative, as soon as I
Yeah.
see that,
Sure.
then I could. I'm gonna ride out and stop their wagon from
What the bloody
continuing.
hell? What's the
on.
guy doing here? I don't even know
All
what
right.
the
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
I don't know what the hell. I want to tell him come here for. This is guy's causing problems.
Only
He's
got
fixed.
a 9.
Okay.
He probably gets ahead of me some ways.
You are right.
But can I say?
And my favorite thing is like you're broadside. You're not even.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you're stopping, bro. You're stopping. You're not going around me.
We're trying to stop smuggling.
Welcome to Whaminster.
Yeah, we're not even close. We're not even
I
close.
know.
We probably killed the leader.
Why do you care?
So I guess just metagaming what you guys don't know.
Not metagaming though.
Yeah, not my game.
Oh, why do I care?
Does your
So
character
if I'm
genuinely
able
care?
to, yeah, if I'm able to say before anything happens, I tell you guys that those are of like my people, I guess. Would I say that? Would I say that they're jungle elves?
You can.
These are
They're-
ghost elves? Or what are they called?
Well, those are
Mud
ghostwise
elves.
halflings. you're
Ghost
thinking
wise,
of.
yeah.
But that's halflings. This is not
Okay.
that. These are wood elves for all mechanic purposes,
Okay.
but they are from.
But
I
if you've
call
never
them
seen
mud
it,
elves.
what's so wrong with it? Like for crying out loud, you've really escalated things quite a bit. We haven't even made it to our destination.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll try to be
What was your roll, sorry?
Oh, it was low.
be quiet. isn't it?
Yeah. Is it when you're a drug dealer, you don't want people looking away. For crying out loud, at least we haven't gotten the drugs yet. On the way back to Ithon, we've got
Yeah,
to be a little bit
we
quiet.
gotta
For crying out loud, brother. This is not the way to stay in business. Whether you're selling donuts or whether you're selling drugs.
Stay behind us.
Arcturus,
Stay behind
what's
us.
your name's your
Amir.
Amir.
Amir, that's right.
He is a terrorist.
Amir and
stays behind us on the way back.
Oi.
Yeah.
Maybe
Go through first.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
so you guys are gonna demo him for sure.
Well, I mean, we just if we can.
It's
I mean,
like,
we'll-
you know what?
He's gonna
Just
break in.
lay
nice.
in the wagon.
was your
so
initiative?
you don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even roll. It doesn't matter. Is what my initial 7.
7 also.
Alright.
I'll let her
That
go.
sounds,
before
I
me.
mean, that
I got
sounds about
9.
right.
9,
Actually,
7, 7.
I'm a fighter. You want me to go first, or
Yeah.
do you want to buff first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Mechanic. Okay, I'll go first. So I'll go in front of Martha. You want Martha? Martha, right?
So can I?
And is this just for
Obviously,
you?
on my turn, I can speak to him.
Yeah, what was your-
going for code names?
Initiative, sorry.
No.
Very good. I like that.
Alright, cool.
The
Okay,
old person.
so
Yeah.
you pull your horse
I really think that's
into the
hilarious.
front and
Hey, kudos, by the way. He has a code name for Alan Arrow. It's Epilogue because she's old. Absolutely genius, by the way.
fantastic. Good job, Epilogue.
Yeah,
Well played.
well done.
The it's canon now. You're
Canon.
known as Epilogue
Yeah.
amongst the O&A. So
That is kind of messed up. I feel bad. I don't know what Epilogue said.
you pull your
Yeah.
horse in front, and the man says, "Hold." He's like saying something back behind him. What's this about?
Can I roll perception
Yes.
or insight?
Or
Perception?
We're
No.
in initiative, right?
Are we
You're
already in
initiative.
initiative? Okay, so they can't.
It'll be action then.
No. So he's saying hold. You can talk, of course.
Okay, so I talk to him, I guess, over his whatever he's whispering, and I say, "Hey, I don't know what you're doing, but those elves don't belong to you,
They don't belong to anyone.
and if I can hear from them that they're okay, I will let this lie. I will
I know we
drop
married.
this."
Look, if they don't want to talk, they don't want to talk.
Six seconds.
Can I? No, wait. Can I? So I can't see them anymore.
There are people holding their actions, so then it's technically Evendur's turn. Evendur's holding his action, Riven's holding her action, unless
So it's
So
just
it's
me and this guy essentially.
your
'cause
turn now.
Everyone's holding their action.
yes.
So I can't see the elves anymore.
No, now that you're in front, no.
Covered wagon or open?
It is covered.
So I will move. 10. How much is the horse? 80, 60, 80,
60.
30. I'll just stay right here. Can I see?
You can
at
see
least one?
her, yes.
Yeah. So I look at her.
Mhm.
Moving 30, and I say, you know, why are you not able to speak? And like, just say that you are okay, and I can let you go with this
Her,
human.
she looks kind of like confused at you and looks towards the front, looks at you, and then looks at the front again, and she begins moving her mouth, but no words are coming out of her mouth.
Would I know what that means? Have I
Um,
ever seen that before
No,
in my travels?
It's like a practical joke.
I have not seen it.
Can I even attempt to read what she's saying?
You can attempt to read what she's saying because you have the observe it.
I don't have that
No.
yet.
Uh,
In the future, I will.
He already planned it out.
I already planned it all out.
yeah, you
I already
won't be
planned
able
it all
to
out.
read lips yet at this point. So, yeah, no, she's like moving her mouth.
So-
and words are coming out.
I don't know. I probably already am out of
I
dialogue.
whisper our code word, side quest. And we keep going to Whaminster.
It's a safe word. It's a
Yeah.
safe word. Side quest.
I don't know.
Oh,
He's losing points on us. He's losing points. on
Yeah,
us.
I know. I'm dropping. So I if I have any more dialogue left,
You would be a great paladin.
I look to the human and I say, you know, why can she not speak?
Look, if she's
That's a good
not
question.
speaking, I don't know what to tell you. But looks like she's not wanting to say anything.
Oi, Hey, let me say
Her
something
mouth
here.
was moving.
Let me say something here. I've already held my action for way too damn long. Listen, why don't you ask the lady? Ask her a yes or no question, something she could nod to. Simply allow her to answer. Bad things happen to people all the time. We're so far away from where you live. Perhaps we just let them go about the business. We can't save everyone. Not to mention, it's not about business.
I guess so. Just the only question I would ask, and hoping that she would nod her head yes or no, is like, is this what you want? That's what he asked.
It's too esoteric.
No, okay.
What
okay.
is it? What do you really
Okay,
want?
do you? Okay, I asked. She's
I
like,
don't want these questions at all.
She's like,
Oi, hey,
no,
little elf woman, do you want us to kill the guy on top of the wagon? Yes or no? It's that simple. Amir, we have your back no matter what.
Okay, cool.
Whatever the lady says, we'll do.
So you
That
are
simple-
shouting at an
it-
elven or
No, I say it to my friend in common.
Right.
You should hear my elvish accent's the worst. It's worse than my common one. So I say, hey, the little lady, what would you like us to do?
He says that.
Yes, all she's got to do is nod yes or no. If your lady is not in trouble, if everything's amicable, you're consenting adults, we wish you all the best in the world. My friend has a problem. Your lady needs to answer the question.
Her
And she won't need to speak to do it either.
her
Of course,
brows
she
kind
may,
of furrow in
she
confusion.
may, yes, perhaps we should ask it in Elvish.
She,
So I say it in
tilts her
Elvish,
head to the
which
side,
sounds
kinda
like Jamaican in the way I say it. And,
Can we hear it or no?
I don't speak Elven. Oh, lady, what you doing there? No, I can't do two different accents in the same game. Yeah. So, what would you like us to do?
Yeah, I can ask her now.
A friend is already
exactly
has
what
already
he
drawn a
said.
sword.
Exactly what he said.
What?
You're saying this in Elven now?
I asked the question in Elven, but that's it.
Okay.
I explained in common to the gentleman on the wagon what explain everything I've said before.
Got it. Well, you got look.
Hey, why don't you be quiet for a second? We outnumber you 4-1. There's 3 men in the wagon or in the woods here that pull on either side. You don't want to be messing with us, believe me, sir. Do you know who Messa is? The crazy druid who walks these woods. Her and her green falcon will chew your eyes after we scatter your bones across these hills. You realize we could bury you. Your family would never find you. So it's a very simple question to ask, my friend. Your lady needs to answer yes or no. We can ask it in Elvish or any other language here that we have. My friend Amir would like an answer though, and it's going to happen now.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Well, they do that very well. Oh yeah, I do. +2. Let's see what this red die does for me.
You do with advantage.
8. Oh, advantage?
Yeah.
We better try different dice. I know it doesn't matter, but sometimes
Yeah,
I think
sometimes
it does. See, 18.
18
Nice.
plus 2? Or 16
Yeah,
plus
18 total.
2? Okay. So,
And at this point, I'm standing with probably just my
The
my
tooth
sword.
in your hand.
Yeah,
Driving down the
I'm
orphan.
brandishing a cavity-ridden tooth.
like
I never even asked what the tooth was, what kind of tooth it was. We'll figure it out later. So what does she say? Amir, let me know if the woman says yes or no.
You
She's got to
ask
nod her
her.
head.
If she wants the man who's on the wagon.
Ask if she wants us to basically as short as possible. If she wants us to kill the man, she wants to be free from this man and walk about her ways or not.
She looks over to the other person who's you can't really see the other guy behind
Yeah.
the wagon.
Can I see him?
And looks
I
back.
see them both. Or
You can't. No,
Oh,
for not
just
more
see
from where
one.
you are. And she just nods her head.
Oi!
Okay, cool.
So Amir, that is you
So-
now need to act.
Yeah.
No more talking.
If we get like an action, I just shoot my arrow through his neck.
We're going to now start with
It's gonna be like
Amir.
them being the bad guys.
It's going to be Amir's turn.
Oh yeah, these elves, they're
Which,
like,
by the way,
we're criminals
2
actually.
demotions for you.
Yeah, you
So
Alright, Amir, it's
would,
your turn.
I would like to.
I've never in any game ever put so much on the line after knowing a character not tied into my backstory after
I know, right?
a session
I
and
know.
a half.
Hey, what you like him there? He's cool.
He's a cool cat.
I don't know.
So
All I know is he just promised us, like at this really cool dinner we had before
Yeah,
he
he's
poisoned all of our food, that he was gonna get us out of any
Yeah.
trouble we got into,
Yeah.
right, Marty?
We
I'm thinking I'm gonna be eating donuts the whole way there and back.
I'm like,
I'm
wait,
going
why'd you
to,
bring us into problems?
I'm gonna shoot a homing homing missile
Okay.
arrow at him.
That's a spell.
Does it look the
Yeah, it's a
same? What does it look like? It's a spell.
Probably a purple arrow he conjures out of like thin air and puts it on his bow and
Okay.
shoots
Got
at
it,
it.
alright.
I'd hate to see what he could conjure out of thick hair.
Not 20.
Whoa!
Did you want me to roll again? What's it?
No. You know if you want, but
That number
so
doesn't get
that-
any
can't
higher.
get higher than that.
That's with also with sneak
He
attack.
rolls a
because
21.
I had advantage.
You have advantage?
Yeah, that's
How?
homing missile.
Oh, wow.
So anytime I have advantage, I get to roll my sneak too. I think it's a D8, so I roll it twice.
D8's for longbow, yeah.
I roll the damage.
You're
die
shooting
twice.
longbow
Yes,
on
or
a
you roll
horse?
it once
Wow.
and you multiply it by 2 or something.
What? No,
You roll it twice.
6. Is it? Do I add the dex or modifier?
After, yeah.
It's only on the first one.
You only add it once.
You don't double.
8. So 14 plus 4 is 18, and my sneak attack is 6 plus 4, 10. So
10 damage.
18, 28 total.
28 to the man.
Yeah.
Okay, the arrow, it just like slams into his shoulder and blood sprays out the back as you see the arrow protrude from the back. Does it disappear after?
Yeah, after my turn's over.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Before
alright.
the end of the
Cries out, ah, get him! And it is now.
Oh, get on. Uh-oh.
All the elves pop out.
Yep, the elves have weapons. They just sucked us in.
This this person, she pulls out to the side and begins running off into the
nice.
distance over this way. So she
To kill us
she has
later.
a lot more. Yeah, she heads into the woods. I'll put her at the edge of the map because you can still see her.
Cause the rest of the army. It's this.
Yeah, right?
It is now either Martha or Benjen.
I'll go. She's off the map.
She's running off into the forest.
Okay.
And we don't see him
Right.
yet.
Right.
But he's probably not there. He
I
probably
say-
took off the other way.
Boy, this man better be worth the 400 gold we're getting. Actually, it's not even 400, it's 200.
Yeah.
200.
Splitting how many ways? That's
Jeez
why.
Louise.
No, but
Oh,
there
it's
could be
each.
stuff in the
200
wagon.
Each.
His wagon.
Oh,
There could
so,
be goods.
Oh yes, you're gonna
Yeah,
leave the
I'll
elves
just-
and not walking.
Actually, you never.
They
you
took
never
off.
spoke those
I'm
words.
No.
assuming
Not
there's no
the
talking
elves.
our way out of this.
Yeah,
I'll just roll to attack. Plus 8.
Fuck
Can
The elves are
I...
still on the
Look,
cover.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
That was a,
if I need to spend my round getting my longbow. It probably wouldn't even
I
been
thought the
strung, I
elves were in
assume.
the back and
Oh,
the henchman
it's up
were
to
Would
in
you.
your-
No,
I would assume that you would have had the longbow strung because
At least strung. So I can grab it, grab an arrow and shoot.
Yeah, you
and then
never.
strike.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So I'll do that, no movement, but that's it. Just the one
Especially
time.
because of how tense this
Oh,
all
go
was
ahead.
leading up to it, you could have easily moved closer to it and had it ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, just clarification. His goons were in the cart with him,
14.
and the elves were behind.
You heard a click come from inside the cart, and there were 2 elves standing behind.
So 15.
Okay. So we didn't see any goons.
Is
14.
Just the 2 elves
14.
behind. That's
14.
what they
So is your bow.
Longbow.
All right. So you pull up the arrow. It slams into the wood near his side, just as it sticks into the wood, and just barely misses him as he has ducked.
You should see me cook, though.
Okay. So are you doing anything else in your turn? You moving at all?
No.
Okay. All right. Benjen, stand up. All right, Martha, it's your turn.
Martha's gonna fairy fire right there.
Okay. I need to make everybody in there,
It's
or you
20
choose one person.
It's 20
20 feet?
cube.
Okay.
So just like
So just the cart, essentially.
the whole the cart area. Yeah.
Got it. It's 12. That's 5. That's a 11.
Yeah, it'd be 13.
None of
Oh,
them.
all right.
none
So
of them
no
made it.
one. All right. So you see two glowing figures coming from inside the canvas. Like you can see the outline of the purplish flames on the silhouetted person inside. The two of them. You see the elf in back with also that fairy fire glowing over him, and then the person in front also has that glowing on.
It's 20 feet.
Yeah. So all four of them. All right. It is your turn.
I'm
Are you
gonna
moving on?
hop off. Let's go.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay, so the other elf takes off running after the lady.
Glowing?
Glowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like a glowing figure running.
She's like, get away!
Yeah.
They're gonna find us.
Yeah, you can see him quite clearly chasing after. He's now top of the round. Is that person's turn? That person from inside to you.
Yeah.
It's a 14.
Nope. My without my shield on 16.
Okay, so it just it misses completely, but you see the crossbow bolt just like just go right in the air next to you and head off into the forest because it just missed you. The other side of the wagon opens up and the person crawls out on the other side. So there's a person.
Watch it be like an
Just
8
one?
foot, 8 foot
One
man.
person there.
It's an orc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like an orc and a huge Goliath.
And then the other guy takes a shot as well at
How many- the wagon man?
Natural 20.
Ooh.
How many do you need?
That was a
Just
good
one?
Just two.
Two?
Yeah.
So those two?
And one more, sorry.
Was that
Are they
against me?
behind?
That was against you.
Like that?
Do I have cover?
From inside, yeah. You don't have cover because they're shooting out of the wagon and you're just there.
Oh,
There's nothing in
you said
between
he.
you and them.
I thought he climbed down.
The one guy did, then the other guy in there shot at you.
Oh, okay.
Their turn.
Not 20, no.
So,
Oh, they're all glowing
take,
though, so
Yeah, that is good.
I'm trying to
That
explode
is
them next.
15 points of damage
Okay.
as the shaft of an arrow just slams into your leg on the horse. It hits you. You're on the horse, and you now have an arrow sticking out of your leg. That person stays inside, and they duck down behind like the wood paneling on the side of the thing. The 14. Oh, then the person on the front hops onto this horse. I actually have a horse.
Hopefully you don't fall off your horse.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if these are combat horses.
I won't. She
These
put
are
the,
like,
she
I'm
put
gonna go to the
leather
grocery
harness
store
on.
horse.
She put the leather harness on.
Yeah,
It won't
so-
buck me off.
Moves onto that.
Nice.
Moves
Wait,
over.
it's still attached to the wagon, no? Or is that like a free action?
He cut the.
You try
He
to-
uses a
He's just like, I'm out.
cut the ropes on there. Is on the horse. Moves it closer to you, and then makes an attack roll on you.
No.
That is a 17.
Yes, it hits.
So you are hit by this man.
I'm gonna be unconscious right now, boys.
Yep.
You take 9 points of damage.
Oh,
What is he shooting? I'm sorry.
And roll a Constitution saving throw.
A short sword? A short bow?
This guy has a long sword.
What is he shooting?
His
Oh, he's
left
he's-
hand.
He's melee.
14.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so you feel a pulse of a draining energy, and your Constitution score drops by 1.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. So I
So
don't
you
know
got
if
that
that's,
dang old portion on there, man.
I don't know if that's permanent.
9 points of
Honestly,
damage.
We
And,
don't know you.
We don't know.
You done got yourself a perm.
If it is permanent, that's an awesome sword.
The person like after he hits you, you notice that his form kind of like grows a little bit
Oh no.
in stature. So
That sword is awesome.
he has hit you with whatever that was, and it is now Evendur's turn. Evendur!
He's glowing also, right? The guy.
Oh, they're all glowing.
Okay.
Oh, that's advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
has advantage.
Everyone
on
has
all of
advantage
them.
on all of them.
One way to steal the horse, so then he falls off.
Yeah, how many hit points does a horse have?
I'm
How
thinking,
many hit points?
I'm
It's
thinking
gonna be
about
easier to kill this horse, guys,
Yeah.
than run away.
thinking about
Oh,
blinding
actually,
the
I
horse.
could do that. Huh? It's
No,
on
no,
my
no,
turn?
no.
No, go after
You're
it.
gonna man up and kill this guy on your course. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, he's gonna definitely start out with something big. Come on. Come on.
He's gonna ante with his great sword.
I think that this is a
Evendur?
spell attack.
Is oh yeah, your character's over there. Oh, Evendur's playing. Hey, if you want to, Binge,
Agonize
you can
Sword.
just have him come control the horses up front, and I'll hop off. It'll be easier. That way you don't have to play him.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a lot of damage out the window.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if he's casting like a
Fireball.
No, not a fireball.
In the
a
forest.
scorching ray or whatever.
Oh,
That does
There it
a lot
is.
of
So,
damage.
the elves that ran off, are those the ones that you know? The good, the ones that.
Yeah,
those are the
good
people who are
ones.
helping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making
They're
sure.
just like,
They're like, oh, we need to shoot him back.
Can you just spell that on them?
Flame, roaring 3
I'll
feet
fix it.
long, 5 feet wide. They need to make a dexterity saving throw. His
No, I don't choose this. Everybody who's in that. Right, he is at that
30.
time.
30 feet just
in a
hits him.
5 foot line. So he's gonna hit that guy and the wagon and the horse, and he can only hit one of those guys behind him. So he's gonna hit the
This guy?
yeah, that guy's standing there.
Slacker.
You got advantage on the horse too, so don't forget.
Oh, dexterity saves are advantage.
No.
Wait, doesn't he? He's on a horse though, isn't it? The dex save for the horse, or how does that
Both
work?
of them.
Oh.
He's gonna hit both of them. He hits all 3 of them with that, and it's full. It's 3d8 fire damage.
Holy smokes!
Oh, jeez.
It's 9. 9 plus 5.
Hey, you said you
14.
needed a melee weapon. His,
Oh no. I
his
have-
sword is magical though.
Yeah, it's all
It
Right.
just took one of my combo.
They
points,
each take
you know.
14 damage. All
I-
3 of those people.
Holy smokes!
What does he cast?
Oh,
Fire?
the cart's on
Agonizer
fire.
Scorcher.
Oh, okay.
Is the cart on fire too?
The cart, it doesn't say that things catch
Oh,
fire.
okay. It's just
I'm good,
magic.
So they're seared.
Is the horse
You
dead?
can go melee.
I need to see that right now.
He like burns the horse. He like chars the horse, and that guy falls.
It's,
Hopefully, he falls prone. That'd be cool.
oh my gosh, it dies. Yeah, just the horse. It just dies. It just falls over. Catches just like it's completely like it superheats the inside of the horse
And it
and
just like melts.
and it falls to the ground, and as soon as the horse hits the ground, the guy has to do a dexterity saving throw or he gets crushed. He fails it. The horse falls on top of his leg and has him pinned underneath the horse just for a moment. Then the superheating of the horse, the stomach of it just bloats, and then just like the innards just explode outward toward
Oh,
your
that's so
horse.
graphic.
The man on the other side,
Yeah, that was like Mercer times 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
he's batting away at the flames, but the flames didn't actually catch on him or on the other guy. That guy's prone. The horse is dead. I have this for him. He's fallen. He's underneath the horse, and he's next to you. Okay, the Evendur, good job. Evendur, then Riven. Dang, you guys rolled so low and I rolled so high. All right, Riven, from where she is going to fire her crossbow.
Not against the guy who's prone, right?
No, against the.
She has advantage though,
No.
because they're glowing.
Yes, she
Just-
does. There's the same roll, so
Oh.
25. Okay, so she's over in this direction, is shooting at that guy. It slams into him. Crossbows do how much?
D10s. D10s.
Depending on light or.
It's a light crossbow.
Oh, it's a light one?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a D10.
Oh, I think there's a,
Maybe a D8.
D8 probably. All right, so 6 plus external that's 4.
there's hand, heavy,
It's a light.
oh, light, there, D8.
All right, cool. All right, so the man takes 10 damages. A crossbow just slams into his side.
Oh, she
sticks
gets
there.
sneak attack, right?
She does get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Very good.
Advantage.
Yep.
Yes.
And she's
So
assassin?
2 more damage. She's an assassin.
He's already taking damage though.
Yeah. It's before
Oh, yeah.
anyone goes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that's right.
She gets extra.
Okay, so he takes 2 more sneak attack damage. That's 12.
Nice.
Oh man, that's a lot of damage to him. That's why you should get the advantage on the rolls for rogues. Or luck to roll.
Yeah, for me too.
Okay, all right. So,
Because I could use it now. I could use elemental shot and still have sneak attack damage.
now it is Amir's turn.
Finally. So on my turn at 6 life, is second wind a bonus action?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
No, it's not a bonus action, it's a, yes, it is, sorry.
It's not a
Don't
reaction,
listen to
it's a
me.
bonus action.
So for my action, I'm going to use elemental shot on the guy that's down there.
Alright, so it's going to be just a straight
And
roll.
It'll be
Because you have advantage, but
Elect-
disadvantage because he's prone.
oh okay. So it wouldn't work. You can't go up a level if I went like homing. I can't get that advantage
Right.
back.
Right. Actually, if you're not doing homing, then you don't have advantage for any other reason. You would have disadvantage.
Yeah, for fairy fire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
it-
yeah, you
it'll
don't
still
need to.
cancel out. Well, I won't hit him then. What I'll do is hit this guy with
All right, he is visible,
and I'll use elemental.
and you have advantage.
Oh, it's gonna be
He's a little bit behind.
electrical damage.
Um,
Oh, is this guy easier to hit?
no, they both have some portion
Oh,
of cover,
okay.
so they're just gonna have a higher AC. That's all.
That's horrible.
But you have advantage in the shot because they have fairy fire.
Yeah, but I didn't do well at all. It was a 13.
Oh, yeah, that misses. A lightning arrow just slams into the ground and sizzles out for.
And I will use as my bonus action second wind, and I will use my action surge as well.
You can't do both of those in the same round, you only get one bonus action.
Yes, that's true.
What?
So
Well, then I'll use my
Second wind.
my action surge.
Wait, is
and then
action surge a bonus?
No, I don't think so.
Action surge gives you another
Another whole turn.
action.
No, one action.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bonus action, I think it's a free action.
Is an action.
I think it's a bonus.
No, to use it is a free action though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if I can use action as a free action, action surge as a free action, then I will use second wind as my bonus action.
All right. Second wind. Action surge. On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action.
And a possible
That's
what?
like this week.
You could take one additional
Yeah, that's
action
what
on
I
top
did
of
too.
your regular action and a possible bonus action. So you can use an action, a bonus action, and another action because you're using action surge.
Okay, so first I rolled for my
That's what
second
you do, like,
wind,
You do up to like 12 attacks.
and then
Action surge.
Pack of giant goats comes out of the. I'm just kidding.
no. So
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna use disengage.
Okay.
If is he close to me or
He
is
is like
so
10
far?
feet away from you.
Oh, I don't even need to use that. I'm gonna use my movement and
Dash action?
my dash for my rogue
Cunning actions.
cunning action, and then I'm gonna use my action surge
So many actions.
to
Cunning action. Bonus action.
um,
Reaction.
I'm gonna use my to attack that. Do I have a clear line of sight now
You do,
that
yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll do the same thing.
No, he's just prone.
Okay, that's better. 16.
16
To hit?
does hit.
Okay, cool. And it's the same type of damage, so even the sneak attack's electrical. Did we land somewhere on that? Since I'm changing the type of damage it is mid-shot.
It just does that because you're elemental shot.
Right, but sneak attack says it does the damage the same. Is it the same damage type?
It's carried over from the.
Okay,
damage.
cool. So, is it D8? 3, 7, 8, 9, 14 electrical,
Okay.
or 14 lightning. It's technically called lightning damage.
Right. That's the guy who's hit by the fire too.
Right.
How do you use cunning action? You don't have cunning action yet.
Okay, so
What do you mean?
How do you want to do that for that guy?
You don't have cunning action yet.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
How do you want this?
Well,
to go?
I would still be able to move.
No, because you have disengage.
No, I didn't use disengage. So okay, I made a mistake, DM. Apparently he says I don't have cunning action, which is
Because
true.
he's a level 1.
Yeah, level 1
this
rogue.
is true.
But we're 10 feet away, and I can move 6 anyways. Can I see him from here,
Yeah.
or however many
You're good,
6s? So how do I want to do this? If I could have the bolt go into his head and just have it explode.
Got it. Yeah. So lightning arrow goes as he opens his mouth to cry out in terror. Just hits the back of his throat. And for a moment, he just charges there for a second from the electrical shock that has hit him in his spine, the back.
Sure, yeah.
And the portion of his face that the arrow has been scorched by just kind of like rips open, and he falls down quite dead.
That works.
And then he gets up. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so
Zombies!
nothing of death can save you from me. Okay, so you are out of actions
Yes.
and things.
Actually,
It is
Yes, I'm all
now
out.
that elf's turn. The female elf starts running back towards the action.
That's strange.
She makes it.
She brings falcons
double
out.
move. She moves into here, and you see like her run. She doesn't have fairy fire on her because she got away before you cast it. She runs and she jumps into the back of this wagon.
What?
And
What is she doing?
you see her crash out the other side on top of this guy, taking him down the ground. And she is on top of the man.
she
And-
like
yeah.
Mr. Kool-Aid Man through the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She came like running out of the woods. She had something in her hand, and then you just saw her disappear behind the wagon and then crash out the other side with this guy like in her arms, pulling him down to the ground. And now she's on top of him, and she has this rock in her hand. She's just beating him over the head with the rock. So
I thought in her hand was like an empty vial of epinephrine.
Yeah.
Just like adrenaline.
iPods listening to like your buds are listening to like Pantera.
all right. So he begins bleeding, and his weapon is gone. It's flung away from him, and he's just kind of like trying to bat off her and get her off of him. She's attacking him quite savagely. Then it's Benjen and then Martha's turn.
So
No one's standing right now.
No one is standing.
I would
that
have.
is a bad guy.
I'll just wait till my turn again to speak, right?
I'm gonna hold.
Because I would have said, like, leave this guy alive to interrogate.
I'm gonna hold my action until any of the bad guys, quote unquote bad guys,
Get up.
stand, and then I'll shoot.
Okay. All right. You've readied an action. It is Martha's turn.
I am gonna try to, for what it's worth, hide a little bit behind, get some kind of cover. I don't know if I'll be able to get any kind of meaningful cover, but I'll try to do that.
Sure.
Is it?
You get behind your wagon.
Well, I don't want to give the. Can I give the reins to Evendur?
Vendor? Yeah, he's sitting up there.
Yeah, I'll,
I just did Agony Scorcher. So.
I'll give him to Evendur and kind of
He did
hide
it sitting
behind.
down. He was just like,
Yep. And so I'll kind of get some kind of
He's
cover.
pretty mellow about it.
Yeah.
So. All right. You are now there. It is Martha's turn.
Martha's gonna walk up to this guy.
Okay, he is still there underneath the horse.
Yep. Now I gotta stab him.
Yeah, excellent. Go ahead and roll an attack roll with advantage because it's a melee and he's prone. And he also is fairy fire.
Yeah,
Super advantage.
Price 19.
plus 5.
18.
17.
Oh,
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. That horse's HP.
What was
7.
it? 10? And he
You
did
rolled
14
15
damage.
damage.
And then
Yeah.
sneak attack, since he was guy got advantage. So 3.
Oh, what was the total damage?
So it was 10.
Nice.
All right. So it takes 10 damage. He growls in pain. Ugh! You haggard old bee, and he just says the B word. We're keeping it.
Not the first
PG.
time she heard that. Huh?
Disney version. Okay, actually Disney version now. All right, so that was Martha's turn. It is now. That guy is super dead. And top of the round, going to the guy who has the elfin woman on top of him. He is trying to get out from underneath her. Rolls against him. She no. He tries bucking her off, and she clenches her thighs like stronger against his rib cage, and then begins pelting him again with the rock. It is now. Actually, he rolls over onto his back, trying to protect his face, trying to like crawl away. He gets only about 10 feet while she's on top of him. He's right there. Okay. Then it's that guy's turn. He is going to get out from under the horse, or try to get out from under the horse. Yes. He's going to stand up.
Oh, he stands up. Someone shoots, right?
Yeah, she gets shot at right now.
With advantage.
17
With
plus
advantage.
whatever.
17's a hit.
Oh, let me see.
Roll, see if you
Advantage.
crit.
I got 20.
No, a 1.
Not that.
Typical Steven roll. 1d8 plus X. 8 plus X? 14.
Nice.
But it's like it's a bolo arrow that lightnings orange fire, and it calls a UFO. Amir made it for me. Yeah, Amir made that for me. I didn't know if it's important.
The UFO is starting to come. You have a feeling that it's on its
A
way.
couple rounds, but
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
I do have smiths and tinkering.
I'm teasing. That's all I do.
The casting time took too long.
He is shot by this arrow. It hits him in the stomach. He takes his sword and swings it at Martha.
No, Martha.
It's a 18 to hit.
I have 18.
Okay, all right, that's a hit. Is it
No, Martha.
2 hands? You take 7 points of damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, he's about to take one air con. Please don't make this.
Oh, just con.
It's not against disease, I assume.
No, it is not disease.
It is 11.
11. You take 1 con
-1 con.
Constitution.
It's okay.
And you see some of the wounds on him that he has taken, like the arrow that he was just shot with, just falls out, and the area where he was hit by it covers over, and it has healed from him hitting you.
Wow.
He then is going to. Oh man, he's in a pickle. Yeah, no, he's just gonna shift over this way so that
I
you're
saved my concentration.
there. All right. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled 20.
Okay, that was his turn. It is now Evendur's turn. Evendur is going to use kill person. He's going to cast kill person.
Okay. Sorry.
Jeez, that's
Say power word kill. What?
Doesn't he have an advantage
He's
if that's a spell attack?
No, that's not the name of the spell. I misplaced my phone. Yeah, that.
I was like, that's a really
That sounds powerful.
super
You just-
powerful.
Roy level
This is,
4.
I
Roy
want to
level,
tell you how
there
to
it
do your
is.
job, but
Roy level 4.
He calls it kill person. It's actually.
he doesn't remember the actual name.
Yeah, it's kind of beneath him at this point.
Probably just do another fire or whatever.
Oh, he's gonna use chromatic orb.
Oh,
wow.
snap. Is it a spell attack?
I think so. Yeah.
He gets advantage. Oh, that dude's dead. That dude's in way over his head, messing with the wrong. So we got XP. You guys get the cool vampire sword and whatever
Actually
else
lost
we
health.
loot.
I lost more health.
You did?
Yeah, because
Or
my
is it
con went
there?
down, so it affected
Make a
my max
range
health,
spell
so I lost
attack,
extra
that-
4 points.
Oh wow.
Does hit. He's going to do fire because why
Because it
not?
changes your modifier.
Yeah.
1, 4. Oh, dang. Okay, well, if that happened, then I have.
10 damage.
Uh,
Ugh. All right. So this guy,
I'm at 5 hit points.
flaming ball of fire slams into his center again. And he kind of staggers back a step or two. And he stares a death glare at Evendur, the wizard.
And Evender's shelling on the wagon like this.
Evendur's still holding the reins of the horses.
Yeah, he got the reins in one hand. He's just like, yeah. I'm
That's
here.
how we
Sure.
do it. Riven's turn. Riven is going to fire a crossbow arrow.
At who though?
At
the guy
the-
standing up, right?
The guy standing up.
Yeah, because she doesn't get.
And
we
it
got higher level.
oh, with advantage.
Yeah.
That's still a miss. And she is going to fly in range of the map, so she's now there. It is now Amir's turn.
Oh no.
I will.
I'm just pouring out porn. Benji.
Oh dear.
I will.
Popcorn,
Elemental.
Gideon's popcorn.
Just move over here. And the elemental shot. The main dude. Oh, not with that.
Man, can you imagine if the bishop, like, what did you
No.
bring?
I
Like, I heard he
missed.
brought bags of porn.
I missed.
It's not what you think.
My dad has these parties where these guys come over. He just brings these bags. Better work on that pronunciation. Like
So
flashcards.
I don't know how much I moved. How much would you say that was? Because I want to dismount.
20.
Yeah, because you use half.
So I could.
dismount.
I have 35 movement. So I dismount. Does that cost anything?
I think you lose half of your movement
Half
if you
movement.
dismount.
Turn it into
Unless you
fall
have
off.
like the feat
15?
that allows you
Right.
to just get off.
5, yeah.
So it's 15 to drop down.
No,
It would
it's
be
half
half
of the
of your
half the
movement.
horse movement.
Oh.
Because you move. Cause I think that's 60, right?
No, he's going to dismount, so it's half of his movement, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I have my full movement then, because I would use the horse's movement.
You use the horse movement while you're on it. So when you move it,
When you get off. We'll say
Okay,
you use
hold on.
yeah.
This is what would happen.
Yeah.
You can fall off the horse, you can take a feat to dismount, or you can get off the horse normally, like a normal person, and use half of your movement.
Yeah, half of my move. What's half
Yes.
of 35 feet?
15,
15.
16,
It would be
15.
low rounded down. This would be 50.
Okay, so I have 20 left. So
Well, you move on the horse though. Doesn't that count as you move?
Well, you don't, that's the horse. The horse is not dismount. If the horse was
Yeah.
dismounted him, yes. Right?
so I get off and then
right. Yes.
and
Because alternatively,
then
you would fall off the
The
horse.
horse is
and it would
riding a
take half your
dragon
movement.
turtle.
Yes.
It dismounts off the
I'll
dragon
just
turtle.
move.
The
It loses-
centaur in a
I'll move within 10 feet of this guy, but just like that, and
Alright.
just leave the horse where it was.
Or there. You're within 10 feet.
That's it. I
Okay.
missed. I rolled a 3 and a 2, so no bueno.
Okay, you get off the horse. The horse begins darting into the forest. Off this direction.
I'm like, dang it, she was wrong.
Hey, I had
She
to.
was wrong.
I had to roll to see how it would react. It's not a war horse.
Right.
Okay. There's the scent of fresh blood. There's lightning and fire everywhere. Okay, so that is the end of your turn. It is now that elf's turn. The male elf is still gone. It is now Oh wait, no. The female elf was the one who went first. Okay. She's on top of him. She says to you in Elvish, "Give me the wire. Give me the wire."
Oh, she knows? I toss it to her.
All right. She grabs it and she pulls it around. She wraps this metal wire around his neck and pulls it in different directions. Is now applying this. Yes. Okay, so she now has this wire around this man's neck, and he's is pulling it.
Such a graphic way. So, can I say that?
Do they choke? If the garrote is appropriately, because I was choked out once,
You
and
can't.
before I knew what was happening, out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I roll-
I've never killed anybody or strangled
No,
anybody.
he made it that way.
Do they make that gargoyle thing?
Yeah.
I just wondering. I can Google it later, but
Yes.
my browser history gets
And
updated on a regular
if
basis.
you ask me later, I can tell you
Okay.
how fast it kills
That'd be
people.
interesting. Yes.
It's crazy. It's
So
crazy fast.
yeah, it's there. It's the man is struggling like he didn't have his hands up. He was trying to crawl away, and it just caught him.
Oh
Now he's
yeah,
trying to-
he's upside down.
Yeah. So.
Does it count as a surprise then? Or
I mean, it's not no.
Oh.
What's also interesting is they're no longer silenced. So I wonder if he was the night mage and he was casting
Oh,
and
maybe.
he lost concentration when he
Yeah.
fell off his horse.
Or maybe when I shot him with the first arrow.
Yeah.
Meow. Benjen's turn, then Martha.
Oh, I can shoot through an enemy or through an ally and not hit him,
Yes.
right?
It
Bonus
was like
or
a
advantage.
corridor, and there was right in front of you.
19. That means I crit because I'm a champion because I'm a boring old fighter.
Holy
Boss.
smokos.
That's boring.
You add your modifier as well.
Only once though. 7, 12.
12 damage.
Yep.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Good man.
I knock the arrow. I pull back and I wait for my.
Right, Martha's engaged.
The
She's
cougar.
swinging a sword. She blocks it.
What's
ducks
the
it.
if I'm the cougar? What are you? The predator. So I wait and right when there's like a window, right, just solid clear shot right in the heart and just.
Got it.
They're really
Yeah.
boring.
Very unceremonious death. Just Martha swings down, ducks underneath it, and then right behind that, the man is making his swing across, and the arrow flies right over Martha in that moment and just slams him in the chest, and he steps back a moment, looks
Oh.
around. Oh,
Go ahead. You had something better. That was going to be mine.
he begins reaching out, the sword just drops just out of his grasp, and he falls just backwards, slamming onto the ground next to the horse.
Well done,
who's
well done,
also
everybody.
dead.
Go team, go.
An arrow protruding from his still pumping blood heart.
That's everybody, right?
No,
One person.
She's killing this guy right
Is he dead?
now.
He's
Yeah,
dead.
I blew his part of his face
His
off.
face. It is Meow. Martha's turn.
Martha. It's a good looking one. Did you repaint him, Benj?
No, I didn't. They did a pretty good job.
That is suspiciously like the emblem for the bounty hunters on Star Wars. I forgot their name now.
Oh, nice.
So
Well, this came out
22
before.
22 on the guy is down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the.
Yeah, just roll damage, man.
I'm
I'm
Google
pretty
it,
sure
I'm gonna go
that-
crazy.
Yeah, this is with advantage.
He said 22.
Oh, that is a hit.
Mandalorian.
Oh, don't forget sneak attack.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're rolling that. Okay. Nice. You probably killed him.
So 11.
All right. So, how do you want to do this?
Just like
So she's choking him.
Yep.
just right through the neck.
That's almost exactly like it. All right. So you go for the neck, and right by where this metal wire is beginning to cut
Does it
into
cut-
his
Does
throat.
he cut his head off?
No,
From forth?
I got a rape ear, so it's just
Yeah, it just
a
stabs
tiny,
through.
just a tiny.
super elegant.
Yeah.
Clean.
It stabs through. A spurt of blood comes out when you pull the sword out, and the head, like the neck, begins to begin tearing.
Does
And-
it spray her with blood?
Yeah, they're both. Yes, you got yeah, you came through the back of the neck. There's a lot of blood that area. It's just kind of sprays out. The person falls motionless, but the elf woman is still there, pulling the garrote just with all of her might, just in kind of this blind.
Is this after combat now?
This is after combat, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
like
still
to
holding
go
it.
up to her and like put my hands on her hands and like try and like it's over now.
I want to get. I'll tie up the wagon. I want to maybe Evendur and
Yeah, search the captain's body.
well, Evendur and what's her name?
Kill.
Riven.
Riven.
Sorry, Riven. Sorry, Amber. If they can go try to find his horse and see if there's anybody else. Just, I mean, I want to be able to see them, but just see what we can do.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us, well, I guess we'll. You know what? Why don't I go? I'll go on either side of the. I'll go down further. We know it's behind us, but I'll go down further to watch guard. Kind of keep an eye this way. I'll take a horse maybe and go that way.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we will pick up here.
Doug.
Okay.
Next
yeah.
You're gonna play it cool, man.
So I had
Dragons.
redid the math because he brought up a good point when my con dropped one that dropped my hit points by 4 more. So
Were you
I
unconscious?
had 2 hit points.
Oh,
at
wow.
1 point.
So does that happens automatically, right?
It
Con?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it changes your overall constitution.
Interesting. Very good.
So I will get you guys loot and experience, and we'll pick up here. next
Well done.
So
Thanks,
that-
Benj.
That's my character's future wife.